Live from Swain County Memorial Stadium in Boise Field. Fans, welcome to Parents Night as our Maroon Devils are getting ready to take on the Cherokee Braves. Gary Ayers along with the coach, Rod White. And, Coach, we can see the parents and the seniors lining up over there. So they're trying to get the balloons fixed. We can see Coach Neil Blankenship down there working on that. But it's always a big night with all these seniors.
Yeah, it was always a bittersweet night for me, Gary. This is you look at your players. You've had these young men for Coach Holt and his staff now for 2 years, and there's been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears going underneath the bridge. And so now it's one of those things that everybody is real. You got some emotions. You can see some of the parents probably got more emotions than the players do over there, and so it's a bittersweet night. It really is.
No doubt about it. Let's switch over to Brian Thomas as he will call Parents Night.
Grandmother and grandfather Beverly and Paul Collins, and grandmother Ann Howell. He resides in the Kirklands Creek community. He plans to attend a 4-year college. He says, "I want to thank God for the ability to play the game I love. I want to thank my parents for always supporting me and my teammates for making lifelong memories. And brother I will never forget. #TMP. Josh Collins." Next up is number 5, Reese Winchester. He is escorted by Dwayne Winchester, Christy Brooks, and his sisters, and his brother. He resides in Bryson City. After high school, he plans to attend a 2-year college. His quote is to work hard, have fun, and make history. Reese Winchester. Up next, number 7, James Strobin. He is escorted by Amanda Stokes and Brian Wade and other family members. He resides in the Whittier community and plans to attend a trade school and pursue a career in welding. Number 7, James Strobin. Up next, number 13, Josiah Glaspie. He is escorted by his mom, Tana, and dad, Akaba Glaspie, and his brothers, Zeke and Judah. They reside in the Kirklands Creek community. After graduation, he plans to attend college and play football and study nursing. He relies on the verse Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. Number 13, Josiah Glaspie. Number 28, Cole Weichel. He is escorted by his parents, Alex and Jesse Camacho, sisters Caden Weichel and Anna Marie Camacho, grandparents David and Kim Loftus, aunt Stevie Loftus, and girlfriend Kaylee Simmons. He resides in the Balltown community. After graduation, he wants to pursue a career in welding. His favorite Bible verse is 1 Corinthians 10:31. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do all things to the glory of God. Number 28, Cole Weichel. Up next, number 50, Lucas Sutton. Lucas is escorted by Ian and Robin Roper, Callie and Trick Long, and Felix. He resides in Bryson City. After graduation, he wants to attend culinary school. His quote is #TMP. Number 50, Lucas Sutton. Up next is number 74, Nolan Fisher. Nolan is escorted by his parents, Justin and Carla Fisher, and his brother Marcus. He resides in the Whittier community and attends Victory Baptist Church. After graduation, Nolan wants to attend a 4-year university and play football and earn a degree in business management. He is strengthened by the verse, Psalm 118, 13, and 14. I was pushed hard so that I was falling, but the Lord helped me. The Lord is my strength and my song. He has become my salvation. Number 74, Nolan Fisher. Last up for the senior football players is number 82, Brandon Frost. Brandon is escorted by Claude and Amber Welch and Abby Frost. He resides in the Larkin community. After graduation, he would like to pursue a career in welding. His quote is #TNP. Number 82, Brandon Frost. And now for our senior cheerleaders. First up, Eva Bochenball. She is escorted by her mother, Andrea Lequire, father, Frankie Bochenball, sister, Ashley Walkingstick, brother-in-law, Dorian Walkingstick, baby nephew, Carson Dre Walkingstick. She resides in the Big Cove and Birdtown community. She's a member of FFA and served as president for her senior year. She has been a member of the varsity cheerleading team her senior year. Her fondest athletic memory is dancing and jumping around with her fellow cheerleaders. She would like to take this opportunity to thank her parents for encouraging her to do her best, her grandparents for providing her a second home and delicious food, her siblings for being her support and for always being there for her, and of course, Mr. Sorrell for helping her come out of her shell and find a version of herself that is confident and ready to try new things. Eva Bochenball. Next cheerleader is Riley Kay. She is escorted by her mother, Nicole Sherrill, father, Adam Sherrill, her brothers, Brigham and Braddock Sherrill, grandparents, Kim and David Loftus. She resides in Bryson City. She has been a member of the National Honor Society her junior and senior years, and the International Thespians her junior and senior years. She was named Homecoming Queen for the 2023 Homecoming Court, and she has been a member of the varsity cheerleading team her senior year. Her fondest athletic memory is the bus rides to away games with the back 2 rows of girls, they know who they are, screaming different songs all at once. She would like to take this opportunity to thank her Nana for always being there to spoil her friends who will always have her back, and everyone who came out tonight to support the Maroon Devils. Riley Cave. Next up, senior Savannah Cunningham. She is escorted by her mom, Sarah Bradley, and her stepdad, Brett Bradley. She resides in the Ela community. She's a member of FCA for her senior year, served on homecoming court her sophomore, junior, and senior years, and was the 2022 Maid of Honor for the homecoming court. She has been a member of the varsity cheerleading team all 4 years and served as captain her senior year. She has been a member of the wrestling team her sophomore, junior, and senior years, and on the women's soccer team her junior and senior years. Her fondest athletic memory is beating Cherokee last year at the last second and the crazy bus ride we had on the way to the first playoff game. She would like to take this opportunity to thank all of her teammates over the years. She would like to especially thank Ayana Twanita and Bree Riddenpaw for making her junior year her fondest and making it something she'll never forget. She would also like to thank her coaches, Ms. West and Ms. Walker, for stepping in to take over this year. Thank you to Cassie McMahon and McKenna Shaver for making some of these years the best. Thank you to Mom and family for supporting her. And finally, thank you to Swain County High School for these last 4 years. Savannah Cunningham. Next up, Eliana Demonay. She is escorted by parents Paula and Greg Demonay and siblings Emma and Joseph Demonay. She is from the Lands Creek community. She was the FFA committee chair from 2021 to 2022. She was placed regional first place and state qualifier in the prepared public speaking in 2022. She was a two-time FFA state delegate. She is a two-time FFA chapter officer. She was the 22-23 FFA historian, the 23-24 FFA treasurer, the FFA community outreach representative, and the 23-24 advanced agricultural participant, soil and water conservation participant. She's been involved in Smoky Mountain competition cheer, senior sapphire, and she has been involved in varsity football cheer all 4 years, and varsity football captain, varsity basketball cheer all 4 years, and 23-24 basketball captain candidate. Her best athletic memory was the Franklin football game in 2022. It was pouring the rain, but the boys were playing so hard and we were cheering their hearts out. My throat hurt all weekend, but I don't think a win has ever felt better. She would like to take this opportunity to thank her mama for always being her biggest supporter and knowing that even the cheerleaders need a cheerleader. Thank you to my old coaches and our new coaches, Ms. West and Ms. Walker. Even though it's your first year with us, you've given your all with us to have a better senior season than I could have asked for. I would like to give a big thanks to our athletic trainer, Carrie Powell. Not only would I have not been able to cheer the past 4 years, but our athletics program would not run without you. We owe you more thanks than you'll ever know, and you were truly a blessing to us. There are many pieces to our sports, but Carrie herself quite literally tapes us all together. Next up, Abby Loftus. She is escorted by parents Lisa and Branton Loftus, her siblings Savannah, James, Charlie, and Judson Loftus. She resides in the Franklin Grove community. She has been a member of New Century Scholars all 4 years. She served on the homecoming court her senior year. She has been a member of the varsity cheerleading team all 4 years and served as captain her senior year. Her fondest athletic memory is getting kicked out of the Murphy basketball game and Sid's Taylor Swift karaoke sessions on the bus rides. She would like to take this opportunity to thank her parents for always supporting her. She would also like to thank all the cheerleaders who have given her so many good memories all these 4 years. And lastly, senior Anna Morgan. She is escorted by her parents, Alan and Cynthia Morgan. She resides in the Silver Mine community. She attends the Bryson City Church of God. She is a member of the National Honor Society, and she has been a member of the varsity cheerleading team all 4 years and served as captain her senior year. Her fondest athletic memory are the long bus rides to playoff games. She plans to attend a 4-year university to pursue a degree in nursing. She would like to take this opportunity to thank her family, friends, coaches, and most of all, God for this opportunity. Anna Morgan. Big round of applause for all our senior football players and cheerleaders.
Fans, welcome back. We appreciate you tuning in and joining us for Parents Night here as we honor all the seniors here at Swain County High School. We have a lot of dark, heavy clouds out there. We hope they don't have much rain in them. And Coach goes, we're looking at kickoff coming up at about 7:30, and we've played the last 2 weeks in the rain, but we'd kind of like to have a dry track.
Yeah, you'd like to, but it's this time of year. I mean, you got to expect it. Coach Holt expects it. he tried to prepare them all week long for this by at practice. I know that, but it's a pretty sight. I hate they're that black and ominous, but now that is beautiful right there. And if you've never experienced a game from up here, you need to get your butt up here and see sights like this.
It really is gorgeous. Talking about Coach Holt, we had a chance to talk with him earlier this week here with the Maroon Devils Coaches Show on the Maroon Devils Network. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It's time to talk Maroon Devil football here on the Maroon Devils Network as Sherman Holt, our head coach, is smiling from ear to ear, I think, from that big win over the Murphy Bulldogs. Coach, I know our fans were really happy. We had drizzly rain, which I don't know if it added to or took away from the game, but anytime you can win over the Murphy Bulldogs is a really, really good time. Solid football team they have, but our guys really step up and played really well.
You know, I think it was a big statement game for our kids. Somebody had made the comment last week on our staff that, it was a big week being 7-0, but, hadn't played two big rivalries, and really all the games we got left were rivalry games going into last week. And so it's always big, when you play Murphy. We talked about it last week. And for our kids to come out and show just tremendous grit, it was a close ball game for 3 quarters. And, we kind of blew it open there in the fourth. And it's just proud of our kids and just happy for our kids because it'd been 5 years since we'd beaten Murphy. And so it was big for them to be able to get that, kind of monkey off their back.
Yeah. Coach, some of the highlights from that game, as our fans know, Josh Collins, what a game. I think it was 23 carries, 265 yards. That's over 10 yards a carry. Josiah had something like, I can't remember, 70, 80 yards and a couple of touchdowns. But one thing that might have impressed me more was we held the Murphy running game. I think it was 43 carries or so for about 130, 140 yards. Our defense played really solid football.
Yeah, defensively, we played tremendous. After the first drive, and we start the game, kick off to them. I think they have a 9-play drive, and they just kind of march it down the field on us. Yeah. And we kind of changed a couple things pretty quick, and we said, we can't do this or we got to do that, and our kids responded real well. Because you never want to see that happen. It's just, they just marched it right down the field, and we really didn't have a negative play on the first series. They got positive yardage every play, and so it was one of those things where we kind of, we challenged the defense, said, look, we got to step it up and we got to lock in, and our kids played tremendous. And after the first drive, I think we only give up about 60 yards on the ground. Wow. 60, 70 yards, somewhere right in there for the rest of the game. And so it was just tremendous effort. Those kids are flying around. Defensive coaches have done a real good job getting our kids prepared and being able to see needed adjustments or tinker with certain things. And so good effort by not only our kids, but good evaluation and transition and changing by our staff to do what we need to do to be winning. Yeah.
Coach, I'm going to give Coach Rod White a little shout out here. He came down into the press box after the game, and he was so happy. So hats off to defensive coordinator Coach Dave Napier, and I think Rod White had the headsets on last Friday. So those defensive coaches get a little shout out. Coach White was one happy guy.
Yeah, he. It's funny you say that. He was on the headset all night, and. The funny thing is I didn't talk to him and he didn't talk to me during the game on the headset, not one time. Wow. And with about a minute and 40 seconds left, he said, Coach Holt, I got something to tell you. And he had a good thing to tell me, congratulate us on the win, and that just goes to show you how big that game is for both schools. It's huge. And so but he was tickled to death And you know, you'll take a 1-point victory over Murphy, but you'll take a handedly victory as well. And so it was real good for our kids, for our community fans, and so you know, we're excited about it, but we've kind of put it behind us. And you know, it's Cherokee week, and so another big rivalry. And so for our kids, you know, we told them enjoy it. We give them yesterday off, like as far as during the day. We come in at 5, watch film, had a short little practice, and kind of get healed up a little bit because we were banged up a little bit. But, you know, kind of not necessarily taking a day off, but taking a day to kind of heal up. And Mondays are big mental days for us, and so we'll have a real physical practice today, and it'll be a little longer. And so just kind of moving forward, you know, because that's what we have to do. You can't enjoy them too much, but we enjoyed that one pretty good over the weekend. So that was a fun night for our kids.
Yeah. Coach, I have to ask you this from an offensive standpoint. You know, we run that different set with 3 guys in the backfield. I haven't seen that set, I'm not sure, probably in about 20 years, but and I'm sure Murphy hadn't seen it either, with 3 guys lined up behind Reese Winchester. And I have to ask you, you know, we keep running this play or that play, but then late in the game, in that fourth quarter, do some of those plays set up those really good runs that Josh Collins had when he broke those long touchdowns? I've got to wonder if that's kind of, okay, we keep doing this, and then we go here, and bang, there it goes.
Yeah, you know, I think part of it, you know, our plan coming in was we were going to run the ball, and we were going to be very consistent in the way we did it. And we kind of had our toss sweep game, we had our off tackle game, and we had our dive game. And those 3 basic plays for us, and we said we were going to be satisfied with 3 and 4 yards of carry. Right. And eventually we felt like that was going to wear down the Murphy defense. And you look, we scored. All our points in the second half came in the fourth quarter in about a 4-minute window. And what people don't realize is with 8 minutes to go in that game, it was 14-7. Close. Yeah. And then Josh bust one for 53. And then we kick off to him. And we get the ball back, and we have a 3-play drive, and Josh busts one for, I think, 41. Yeah. and then we get the ball back, and the first play he busts one for 48. And so it was really, we scored 23 points in a matter of about 4.5 minutes. Yeah. And so it's just one of those things that we felt like, you know, we're going to eventually get a big play, you know. And, you know, you talk about the set we were in, you know, we kind of had that going in for a couple of weeks. And talk about Coach White, he showed up Monday, and when he seen that T backfield, he said, Coach Fox at Rosman, he said he's smiling right now. And he said, because that is Rosman football. You're right. 20 years ago, he said, and, you know, we run a little bit of the double dive stuff, and, you know, and it's nothing that we've not had. It's just a different set. You know, we run the same plays. We just line up in a different formation, or we move a guy or whatever. But it's one of those things that we felt that's what we needed to do to win the football game. And so I think as coaches, that's what you do is you find something and you say, all right, this works, this ain't good, we don't need to do this week. Or, you know, and we're always going to have things that we always bring in, but for the most part, it's just do what you feel like is going to put your kids in a successful spot to win the football game, and that's what we felt like, and our kids executed. Yeah.
Coach, before we get to Cherokee, I know every week we like to give a shout-out and a big thank you to folks who really help our football program. And I know this week you've got some people in mind that have really, again, contributed to the success of these kids.
Yeah, the one thing we would like to do is last week after the game, we want to thank CJ's Grill because they invited our kids down and our coaching staff for wings after the game, and that was big. We had Anthony's Pizza also after the game, and so those 2 businesses, we appreciate them. And then as far as this week, you know, we didn't have school yesterday, but our cafeteria ladies do a tremendous job of helping feed our kids. You know, not only during the school day, but after practice, they give our kids a snack, and so that's real big. Local market, again, gives us spaghetti. That'll be today on Tuesday, and so thankful for that. And then I'm pretty sure on Thursday our post-practice meal is going to be sponsored by the Chiefs office, and so we appreciate them and supporting our kids. And so just again, thankful for our people that are willing to help our kids and support our kids and make sure that they're took care of.
No doubt. As you know, fans, as Coach Holt has talked about, rivalry games continue. We had Murphy last week. We have Cherokee this week. Robbinsville, of course, coming up next week. Cherokee Braves, Coach, interesting team. Very few times do you see a team of the Smoky Mountain Conference average more passing yards per game than rushing yards per game, but Cherokee does. Michael Driver, not the biggest kid on the field. I think the roster says 5'6", 145, but he is one of the toughest kids pound for pound we're probably going to see all year. He's thrown for over 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. He's got a big receiver out there. Luke Smith is 6'2", 220, caught about 13 balls. Got another guy named Luke. That's a popular name this week, Luke Climbing Bear. 83 tackles, which is unbelievable. So they really have some good kids who play some good football and very good at those skill positions.
Yeah, you watch them on film and you look at their stat lines, and of course the Driver kid, can throw the football. Yeah. He's got a real quick release, and that's the thing that we noticed when we was watching it as a staff. Even in times when he's under pressure, he's got a quick release. He gets that ball out of there, and he's very accurate. And so that presents challenges, trying to, how much pressure do you put on him? Do you sit back and play coverage? So going to have to be very, very good in the game plan coming up to try to limit him and his abilities. And then, like you said, Luke Smith is a wideout that he throws it to. One of the Lineberry boys is another kid that he throws it to. And so it's just a dynamic offensive attack. Like you said, they average more passing yards than they do rushing yards, and that's not because they don't have people that can run the football. Right. I forget his first name, but his last name's Santiago. The Santiago kid runs the football really, really hard. The Grant kid is another kid that they get the ball to, and so you think about all the weapons that they have. It makes them pretty, diverse, and how do you defend them? And so going to be big defensively again for us this week is got to play discipline, got to be sound, got to play fundamental football on that side of the ball, and then offensively it never changes. Take care of the football, execute at a high level, score. That's going to be big. Coach Hawkins does a real good job with those kids up there.
Yeah, he does.
You can tell, very disciplined. They play extremely hard. They're going to play us hard because the rivalry. And so, I've heard a lot of people, talk about a trap game. This for us, I don't think it's a trap game. Cherokee's 5-3. It's not like you have a real bad team coming here on Friday night. They're very capable of winning. Yep. They've won games that people didn't think they was going to win. They won them. Beginning of the year they played Smoky Mountain real close.
They did.
They played Hayesville this past week to a close score and had opportunities to make it closer. And so it's just one of those things where you look at them and it's not a bad football team. Really good football team, very disciplined, have a lot of athletes that they like to use. And so just going to be another week in SMC the way I look at it. And so our kids they come in yesterday, they were ready, they were very focused in meeting and film session, and we had a real good practice yesterday. So looking forward to what we can do again this Friday night and just continue to get better.
Yeah. Coach, we talked about guys named Luke, of course, with Luke Smith and Luke Climbing Bear for Cherokee. Our Lucas Sutton, came back last week, and it was so good to see him out there because he's such a great part of that defense, and he plays so hard. So it was good to see him out there flying around.
Yeah, it's good. Good to get him back, and we didn't know kind of how much he was going to be able to play, and played the entire game, and practiced yesterday, felt good, and so just glad to get that piece of the puzzle back. And I think this was the first week that we've had everybody back at a fairly healthy rate. Wow. You know, for this point in the season, you're never going to be 100% healthy week 8. And so, but glad to have all our kids on the roster back. And so that's important. And, you know, one kid or 2 kids here and there, it makes a big difference. And so we're glad to have them all back. And Lucas does a good job for us defensively, one of our leaders, and communicates the calls. And so good to have that aspect back, not only his ability but his mental ability to help us get lined up and make the right calls or give a check or whatever. So good to have him back.
Yeah. Fans, coming up, it's a big night this Friday. We've talked about football, and, Coach, let's talk about something else that's really, really special, and that is senior night. I know a lot of activities are involved in this. A lot of kids and their parents are involved in this, and all these seniors really deserve a great round of applause, a lot of credit because, hey, they've put in 4 years, whether it's being in the band, whether it's playing football, being a manager on the team. Sometimes these kids don't get enough credit, and we want to make sure they have a great senior night.
Yeah, you know, it's a very special night, not only for our seniors and their parents, but it's kind of a way that our staff and our community can just say thank you for the 4 years of dedication and commitment and sacrifice to our school and our program. And so we're looking forward to honoring our seniors on Friday. And it's one of those things where, you know, you don't want to see them go, but you kind of appreciate getting to celebrate this night, you know. And so it'll be big for our seniors. You know, we have 8 of them, and all of them play big roles, you know. And it's one of those things where there's not many of them, but they have a big influence on that impact of our team. And so we're looking forward to celebrating them, and we just want to say thank you to all our seniors, and thank you for what they mean to us as a team, to us as coaches, and to what they mean and represent for our community. Because I know a lot of people take pride in these kids, and it starts with those senior leaders.
They really do. Fans, it's a special night here at Swain County High School. The Cherokee Braves are in town. Always, we used to call it the old Swain County Championship, with the Braves just a few miles up the road, and so many family connections that we see between the two teams. It's going to be a great game, and we're going to kick it off. So stay with us here on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back. You can see the Maroon Devils going back into the locker room. We've got a special appearance coming up here in just a moment. So we just had the toss of the coin. Cherokee is going to be receiving the opening kickoff. We're going to be kicking, and then the Maroon Devils will get the football to open up the third quarter. But, Coach, I know it's darkness has descended upon Swain County Memorial Stadium. The clouds really are dark up there tonight. But we've got a special delivery of the football coming in tonight.
Yeah, coming out of the sky.
Yes.
And it's been a while since something like this has happened here. And I was going over it with some of our former players. It's going to be nice to see something like this happen again. And it's pretty special to see that. And it's a good way to commemorate this game. It really is.
You know, it really is. Back in the day, we used to call it the Swain County Championship. Of course, Cherokee, 10 miles up the road. Maroon Devils right here in Bryson City. And there are so many connections between these two teams. You've got almost families playing against families because we have so many great athletes, from Cherokee, and so does Cherokee. So Robbinsville has some great athletes. So there are just so many connections, and man, it gets rough out there.
Yeah, we got, like you said, you got enrolled members that are members of the Cherokee Nation, and on both teams, and and it's one of those things that, like you say, they're kin or they're friends, and here comes our here comes over the top right now the introduction of the game ball, and
folks can see it on the screen now.
This is going to be special. Really is. And North Carolina State Highway Patrol did this for us one time when I was the head coach here, and we had to go through jump through some hoops, but finally had the governor sign off on it, and were able to bring their emergency helicopter in here, and every trooper that was on the force or had been on the force from Swain County High School was here, and Lord have mercy, it was a crowd. It was really something. We were playing Hayesville that night, and it was real special for us.
And Coach, people don't realize how many members from Swain County High School have been on the State Highway Patrol.
Yeah, I lost count, and until it was brought to my attention of how many were serving and had served. And we had lost Trooper Coggins to
Bobby Coggins.
Bobby Coggins. He had passed away in the line of duty, and so it was one of those things that it was real special for our community and our program to see that happen.
Yeah, you can see it really, really, really well on the screen, and of course we can hear it now.
Yeah.
It's going to be landing right on the football field here. Here comes the Mama helicopter. You can see it on the screen if you're just listening. What a great sight that is.
That is special.
I mean, that pilot knows how to do that, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's not his first time flying that thing. He didn't stay at a Holiday Inn last night. He can fly that thing. So, people trust them with their lives when they're in trouble, and that's why they're here.
And he landed right on the Devils logo. And now they're getting the door open, and they're going to deliver the game ball. That's why they're doing this very special for these two special football teams, our Maroon Devils and the Cherokee Braves.
Yeah, and this is great. This is exciting. It
Wow.
really is. And I'll never forget the pilot of the North Carolina helicopter went to high school here from North Carolina State Highway Patrol. He had graduated from Swain County High School and was there the official pilot for them. And we got a lot of people from here in the county that work on that helicopter right there.
And that is a special scene. They have delivered the game ball. And now in just a moment, the Mama helicopter will lift off and fly back into these very black clouds here that have descended around Swain County. And of course, Mama does a great job, as you mentioned, Coach, a life-saving vehicle right there.
Yeah, most of the time when you see this right here, something tragic has happened.
Yes.
There's no tragedy here. This is what it's all about. This is them giving back to this community they work out of, and they do this on their own dime. This is something real special, and you don't see it happen every day. So here we go with the liftoff.
Wow, you can almost feel the wind from those blades.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to turn around and
face the crowd.
And they're facing the crowd now. The Maroon Devil fans are waving at the crowd, and as they lift straight up and literally look at the press box here.
Yeah, you don't want to fly any other direction. There's too many light poles here.
Oh boy, what an outstanding job! Now they're high enough over the lights, and they're flying off into the blackness of dark here tonight. What a great thing.
That's a great thing, and it's right on time, and it's time to play football.
Hey, we're ready to go now. As we mentioned, the Cherokee Braves will get the opening kickoff. Our Maroon Devils will kick it off here to get things underway. We want to remind you now, coming up tomorrow, and we'll be talking about this as the game goes on, our volleyball team is going to be hosting number 18 Robbinsville at 3 o'clock right here tomorrow. It will not be on the Maroon Devils network, so we want to make that very clear. It will not be on the network, so come on over to the Swain High Gym, 3 o'clock tomorrow. Swain hosting Robbinsville, and this will be their third match, Coach.
Yeah, the third time they matched up this year, and so it'll be interesting.
Well, no doubt. It'll be Robbinsville is always tough. Our Maroon Devil volleyball team has been tough this year, and Brendan Lanning is getting ready to kick it off for the Maroon Devils here. And got a little hitch in his step there, and now kicks it short. Going to be fumbled, and it's on the ground at the 41-yard line. Maroon Devils say they have it, and the officials agree. There is Josh Collins out of the pack.
Now, what you saw him do is something they worked on this week at practice, of taking advantage of the mere fact that people start dropping too soon. We've been kicking that ball down around the 25-yard line, dropping it in holes, and they started dropping too soon. And we've been seeing that on film, and he had it.
So, again, an outstanding way to start the game as we kick it. And plus, we're going to get the ball first in the third quarter. But here we go. Maroon Devils lining up in the I formation now. First down and 10 at the Cherokee 41-yard line. Toss to Josh
Collins. Out of the I backs, just grinding it out.
Yep, just down the left sideline, being forced out of bounds over there. Good tackle, and we're going to be seeing a lot of these guys all night long talking about on the Cherokee defense. There's Grant, one of their leading tacklers, 35 tackles on the year, a senior linebacker who is outstanding.
Yeah, you're going to see a definite four-man front and a lot of times a five. And sometimes they'll bring as many as 6 and 7 and put them in the box. As you see right now, they've got 5 of them up there and 2 linebackers. They're playing with no free safety. They're going to take the run game away. You'll probably see them cut back right in here somewhere. And just didn't hardly get anything out of it. They're stringing it out. They're going to lock up in man coverage to any wideouts and our tight end. And then they don't have a center fielder. Whoever only has one receiver, then the safety on that side. But they play them up tight. They play them within 5 or 6 yards of the line of scrimmage.
And again, they have some good guys on defense. Talking about 25, their leading tackler, Luke Climbing-Bear, 83 tackles on the year. He and Grant, 2 of the top tacklers, along with Luke Smith, number 6. We'll see a lot of them tonight. 3rd down now. Again, out of the eye. Here comes Collins again. He runs into traffic again, this time at the 35-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down and 4, Coach.
Yeah, they're running, Cherokee's running some of the old school stuff. It's what we call a scrape. They're bringing their down linemen towards the football and letting those linebackers run to the boundary as soon as they see any kind of movement not coming straight at them.
Reese Winchester getting the play in from the sideline now. Plenty of time on the play clock. Just underway in the first quarter here on a breezy. We've had some sprinkles around, and we'll see if those stay away. 4th down here.
Cherokee staying with the 5-man front, about 4th and about 4. Going to fake it.
Reese in trouble, trying to get away. Looking. He's in trouble, and he just has to throw it away because he was running the wrong way to get off a good pass.
All right, ball turned over to Cherokee right there. Yeah, we were under a lot of pressure right there. We didn't get them all blocked, and they're playing downhill. They're challenging us. Well, they've seen us run out of the T backfield in the past couple of weeks. They've seen us run out of the wishbone. They're putting them all in the box up there and just challenging us to break one somewhere in the middle. And so far, we've not challenged them yet, but it's coming.
Oh, no doubt. Of course, our Maroon Devils like to run the football, and we'll see a lot of that here tonight. Cherokee on the other side, though, more of a passing team.
Yeah, they like to throw the football, but they attempt to run it. This is one of their favorites where they pitch it back to the corner.
Yep, here comes Luke Smith.
Yeah.
And Luke Smith, quite a player, 6'2", 220-pounder. He's a big, strong guy.
He is a big, strong young man, and he knows how to run with that football. And he rolls those shoulders over, and he's very formidable out there on that field. He knows what he's doing.
He does. He's their leading receiver as well. 19 catches on the year, 5 touchdowns, and again, very good with the football in his hands. And let's see where they split him this time. They're going to put him in the slot.
Yeah, on tape I saw him play 4 different positions out there, and this is one of them. You'll see 2, and they depend on him a lot, not for everything, but they're looking for him a lot.
Maroon Devils showing blitz. Here we come, and
fake it,
this
the
time
quarterback
they fake
keeps it.
And Driver running around the left
There we go.
side, but boy, he gets taken out over there by Josh Collins. Good open field tackle by number 3.
Josh had a great angle on him, saw it the whole way, and was running. He run right in the alley and met him exactly where he needed to.
Talking about Driver now, he's not the biggest guy on the field. Only 5'6", 145 pounds, a senior, but he is pound for pound one of the toughest kids you'll see all year.
And very athletic, very athletic, mobile. That's why they depend on him to carry the football as much as they do. You see him go up under now in that one back set.
He is a tough athlete. 3rd down now for the Braves. 3rd down and long. Braves need 8, 3 wide.
Widen it out. There we go. Going to dump it for the underneath screen.
Yep.
And there's Collins again, right in the middle of it. Yes, sir.
And he meets, that's Elijah Lineberry, another good receiver, head on. But now back-to-back stops, and the Maroon Devils will get the ball back as the Braves are going to have to punt.
Yeah, and everything that we saw right there that they had prepared for at practice, our Maroon Devils had the exact same setup. Coach Holt and his staff, they worked tirelessly on defending people in this conference, and that's one of the things they pride themselves on. Good punt.
Yeah, Jack Tisateski punting for the Braves, and we're going to get a chance to run it back. Good return out across the 35, out across the 40. Good job by Drew Cody as he brings it back.
That's the thing about Drew. He'll stand in there and catch that football and take off. Nobody's told him any different. So I'm not saying anything, and Coach Holt's not saying anything to him. He's a smart young man. He knows when he can get it, and he's not a bit afraid. And if you've ever stood on a football field and listened to those feet approaching you and your eyes are up, that's gutsy. That takes a lot of guts. It's much different than a kickoff. That punt, you can hear them coming.
Yeah, and you know you're going to get hit.
Now we're going to see the wishbone. Now you'll see a little bit different offense. You'll see Cherokee pack them on down in there now this time.
Yeah, this time Reese under center.
They got 6 on the line of scrimmage.
Oh, here comes Glaspie around the left side after the 50-45.
Foot race.
And a foot race, and he's going to win this race. Down the left sideline, all the way in the end zone.
Yeah.
One guy had a shot at him, couldn't catch him.
Yeah, he's got coach, the coaches say Joe's got 2 speeds. He's got a practice speed. He's fast. But in the game, it's like a bear's chasing him. He hits another gear in there. You saw it. And that's excellent play call from Coach Hope. So he saw what we saw again with. He said, let's get in the wishbone and get it back there and get us a student body movement going.
Well, I'll tell you, once Josiah turned that corner, it was just turning on the Jets. Point after is going to be good by Brendan Lanning. And now with 8:05 to play, the Maroon Devils on top 7-0. We'll be back after this break on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back. Maroon Devils ready to kick off. It's 8:05 to go here on the first quarter on Parents' Night. Senior night.
Yep.
It is senior night here at Swain County High School. And again, we'll talk about some of our senior players in just a minute as Brendan Lanning is getting ready to kick it off. And he's going to kick it to the other side this time. Drop it back. Fair catch this time.
Yep.
Braves might have done the right thing.
Yep. You have an option of doing that, and they chose that time to just fair catch it on the 25. And, we've had some luck. We had luck earlier with that onside kick, and that helped us with field position and everything else. So, it wasn't really an onside kick as much as it was a squib kick.
Right.
That they'd worked on it, practiced all during the week of just hitting that ball in different places. If you can't kick it into the end zone, you don't want to kick it out of bounds every time, then make it a fight for the football.
That's it. And we had people around the ball, which is the key.
Right.
First down and 10, Braves coming out of the I formation.
This time. Yes. With
again,
the tight
driver
end
under
here.
center.
Yep. Going to play action face, got him in the flat.
And it's going to be just off the fingertips of Grant over here.
That's a fullback kind of waggle pass out into the flat. He runs like he's going to block the defensive end and scoops right by him and hopes to beat the linebackers and the corner into coverage.
And I tell you, Maytug Grant, a good player. He already has 12 catches on the year for a couple of touchdowns. Good fullback, 331 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns. So Grant is a good two-way player on each side of the ball.
Oh, yeah, and Cherokee, just like Swain, and so many two-way players out there. You just keep throwing them out.
Second down and 10
split
now.
backs this time.
Man coverage over here on the right side. Man coverage up top.
Trap back to the other side. It's a fullback trap out of the split backs.
And this time, Maroon Devils coming out to Josh Collins over there. I tell you what, he is playing tough.
Yeah.
Inside Uford also over there.
Yeah, and here's our replay. Got it back up. If you'll watch right here, you're going to see on this side of the line of scrimmage from the football over, you see the guard 53 pulling. That's a trap block. But the linebackers are right up in there where they need to be to make that play.
Boy, and the first guy there, Lucas Sutton, so good to have him back.
That's the alley he has to play that trap block into.
And again, Lucas doing a great job. 3rd down and 9 now, Braves. Driver back to throw a straight drop. Down the left sideline, timing pattern. And he had a man with a step, but the ball's just a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's one of those you just take a shot. And,
close.
Cherokee just said, let's get in a foot race right here and see if we can beat Reese down the sideline.
That was Elijah Limeberry, who has 16 catches on the year. Again, 5'11 junior, but now the Braves are going to have to kick it away as Jack Tisateski is coming on to kick for the Braves.
This could be exciting again if he gets another good high punt, especially towards Drew.
Yeah, good hang time.
Well, this one here is going to be a little short. We need to get away from that. Good call, guys.
Yep, bounce it around, and we're going to get it in good field position at the 44-yard line now with 7:06 to play. But, the Braves, they know how to win. They won a state championship not that many years ago in 2017 under head coach Kent Briggs. And so, hey, just like the Maroon Devils, they want to get back to that state championship level.
They're trying to get there, and they hired a new head coach this year, Tim Hawkins. I've known Tim ever since he got into coaching over the years, and he's very conscientious. He's going to work on the program. That's what he's going to work on.
Yeah, he's been 34 years in coaching high school sports. Here comes Glassby again around the left side. This time coming up with a hit is going to be Elijah Limeberry.
Yeah, same play we ran that he scored on. He just kind of picked his way on that first one. This one right here, Cherokee, they're putting 8 people at the line of scrimmage, and especially we get in that, either the tee or the bone. We're in the bone right now more than we're in the tee. And just running sweeps out of it. Coach Holt knows the rules about this, and in a minute you'll see that change just a little bit, and things will start to happen.
2nd down now. Maroon Devils need 7 again. A lot of folks up in the box for the Braves. Are really
6-2 defense. That's old school. That goes back a while.
Now they're dropping and moving around.
Now we're back. We're going out of the tee this time. That's what that outside linebacker was.
And we got a whistle.
Yeah.
Somebody called timeout. Maroon Devils called a timeout on offense.
Yeah, we were about to take too much time off the clock, off the play clock, and Coach Holt realized it, and so he quickly called timeout. When you give your quarterback the opportunity to audible, that can happen to you. He loses perspective on how much time's left on that clock because he's been told, look around, and if they're giving us something, take it. And so that's what Reese was trying to do. He does a good job of that, but right there it was just running out of time.
Oh, no doubt. Other games going on in the conference here tonight. Hayesville at Robbinsville. That, to me, could be an interesting game.
Could be very interesting.
Yeah. Murphy plays at Andrews tonight. Now, coming up Monday, our boys soccer team at Swain County High School is going to be entering the first round of the state playoffs. I think those brackets are going to be coming out tomorrow. But the state playoffs get underway in soccer next week. Cross country is coming up on Saturday, October 28th. That's going to be the West Regionals up at Ferguson Fields, Katua at 10 a.m. And don't forget, Swain Volleyball hosting Robbinsville tomorrow, 3 o'clock at the Swain High Gym. So now be there because that game will not be on the Maroon Devils Network. 2nd down.
Wishbone trap.
Here comes Glassby again, and he's close to a first down. He dropped the ball, but I think he was down.
He was down. It got swatted out at the last. Now, what you saw different there, if we have the replay, here it is. You'll see our right guard. We'll ignore the. Here we go. This is the instant replay here. You'll see our right guard pulling over the top. We're trying to influence block it.
Big Nolan.
Yeah, and Joe cut it out just a little bit too wide. He actually wanted to cut that ball down inside of where Fisher's block was right there.
I tell you, Nolan Fisher's a big guy, 6'5", 276. 3rd down, we need 1. And it's going to be misdirection handoff.
There
Collins outside, another foot race down the right side. And is he going to win this foot race? Yes, he goes cruising in, 46-yard touchdown.
This is a great play out of that formation because it gives that running back, it gives Josh, if we can get it run back far enough, if that's all we get out of it. Anyway, it looks exactly like the play Joe just ran to this side. Only he has the option, the way we're blocking that thing, he's got 2 alleys he can run in, inside all the way outside, which he just did. And that's the same thing Joe's been doing, and it's a good combination blocking scheme that Coach Holt has come up with, and we missed the extra point.
Yep, got the extra point going sideways on us. It's going to be no good. So now with 5:31 to play in the first quarter, the Maroon Devils already on top, 13-0 here in Smoky Mountain Conference play. We'll be right back here on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back. We thank Joe Holt, Emma Dingle, Audrey Zelinka, and tonight we've got Kent Maxey down on the field. Our crew doing all the great work to keep us sounding and looking good here on the Maroon Devils Network. Oh, Cherokee lets that ball bounce inside the 15. They're going to be in trouble. They get it back out across to the 25. Not a bad return because, Coach, they kind of started off behind the 8 ball.
They did, but that's a great kick. That's a great strategy from Coach Holden, the kicker, is put that ball, find a hole down there, and if you can directionally kick it as best you can around between those numbers and the hash mark, and that way you're only defending 2/3 of the field.
Yeah.
And you're not having to defend the whole field by kicking it straight down the field.
So, again, right now the Braves start off at the 24-yard line. First down and 10. They're going to split 2 out to the left side. Again, Cherokee coming in averaging 138 yards a game passing, 127 rushing, which is rare in the Smoky Mountain Conference.
They're right out split backs. We watched their offensive line blocking scheme. It's downhill all the way. It was close to being like a veer play. It's more of a zone block type play when they give it to the fullback, hoping that the tackle doesn't close and that we don't see him.
And again, that A gap got closed off in a hurry. Lucas Sutton, Cole Weichel and company up there.
Yeah, and you can see the reaction right here. You watch our defensive linemen when the ball snapped. Them reacting to the movement. You see Insay squeezing that thing down. That's exactly what he's supposed to do, is take that tackle on and squeeze that gap, and he did. And Lucas saw it coming straight downhill. All right, back to split backs again. Got the tight end to the wide side of the field now.
Second down and 10 Braves.
We're showing blitz, but
got a whistle.
Yeah.
Somebody may be calling timeout. Yeah, it is going to be delay a game. 5-yard penalty.
I had no idea. I didn't even look at the at the play clock. I was watching them. I get real curious about these blocking schemes, and when you see us walk up there to blitz, it doesn't necessarily that's what you're going to see.
Right.
We're trying to throw more defensive things in as a package, and you'll see right there. But sometimes they come, sometimes they don't. It keeps them offensive linemen guessing.
Second down and 14 now for the Braves after the penalty. Driver back to throw, and he throws it too high, just over the outstretched hands of Jonathan Saylor out there, a sophomore. Incomplete. That'll stop the clock at 4:34 to play in the first quarter. Maroon Devils up 13-0 if you're just tuning in here on a Friday night. And, Coach, I'm surprised. The forecasters were calling for all this rain, but our field is in great condition.
Oh, yeah, this field can take a lot of rain. It really can. Over the years, as much sand as we put on this thing, man.
Of course, it didn't rain much.
No, and we, it's got a good crown to it. It's been since we put this Bermuda down years ago. It's really helped out. All right, we got a deep back set with the wing. He's going to drop.
Yep.
Now turn it loose again down the sidelines, one-on-one. Yep. Great coverage. You don't get any better than that.
Really good job by Keontae Graham. He was basically stride for stride with Jonathan Saylor.
Keontae's one of those players that defensively throughout the season, he's just gotten better and better, more confident. I love watching him play. He's loose, he's free, and he's a thinker. He's thinking all the time.
Only a junior. He's going to be coming back next year. Coming on to punt now, it's going to be Jack Teske. Drew Cody back deep along with Zeke Gillespie. And that is Josiah's younger brother. Zeke a sophomore, Josiah a senior. More good hang time here. And it's going to be taken by Drew, but he's hit immediately and goes down at the 49. But still, very good field position.
That's all right. He's gutsy enough to stand there and catch it. He saved us probably 15 to 18 yards in the roll if that ball hits and rolls upfield. So, he can fair catch it right there or he can attempt to run it. And like I said, his eyes are up the whole time. He really doesn't know. All he can do is hear. He can just hear them coming.
That's it. First down and 10 now for the Maroon Devils. 4:22. We're still in the first quarter, 13-0. Maroon Devil lead here. Great crowd on hand for senior night. As you know, next week we're going to be on the road. This is our last home game of the regular season.
Power eye, isolation.
Here's Gillespie again, dancing his way through, and he got about 5-6 yards when there wasn't much.
No, and there again, when we pile up on the end and the linebacker out here, Joe has to make up his mind. He can either run it right in there behind him, or he can bounce it. And you got to kind of set it up that way because if you run it up in there every time, it may not happen. But in a minute, we get them blocked just right, then it could happen.
Well, I tell you, these running backs having a good season. I know Josiah last week, 18 carries, 67 yards, a couple of touchdowns. Josh, 265 yards and 3 touchdowns against Murphy. And here's a new man in the backfield. This time it's going to be, is that Skeet on the carry?
Yeah.
Skeet Cook carries for the Maroon Devils. Didn't get much. Third down coming up.
Yeah, that's probably the only carry that Skeet gets is that straight ahead dive and or a trap play with the fullback. He lines up at fullback the majority of the time. Not when he's in there, 99% of the time, right behind the quarterback. And the other 2 backs are either in T-backs like they are now, wishbone backs where they step back, or a power I set.
Third down. Devils need about 5, and it's going to be not enough. This time it's going to be Josh on the carry. Got about 2. It's going to bring up third down and almost 4.
Yeah,
Fourth down.
That was a veer. That was a veer play out of it, and bringing up fourth and about 3.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an interesting call here for Coach Holt. We know he ain't afraid to do it, so we'll see right here.
You're right. And we're almost in 4-down territory at the 43-yard line of Cherokee.
Going back to the wishbone this time. It's probably going to be straight ahead.
Yep, little
Boom,
misdirection handoff. There's a big hole for Glaspie.
Yeah.
Man, he is just galloping down to the 22-yard line. What a big hole on the left side of that line.
Yeah, if you notice this time, he instead of coming out over the edge, he saw what he wanted to see was that kick-out block. You'll see our guard coming over the top. You can see both these guards. See 52 there, Brown. Both of them guards are pulling. He gets the first one. And then Fisher gets the second one, and then that's exactly what Joe was looking for right there, to see that second block take place so he could cut in behind it.
Wow, what a good job up front by these guys. The offensive line has 2:23 on the clock, and we've got a timeout on the field. Devils up 13-0. We'll be back here on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, don't forget, volleyball tomorrow, 3 o'clock here at Swain High, Robbinsville. And the Maroon Devils, match number 3. This time the Maroon Devils first down and 10. And we run to the left side again. Glaspie always hit this time by Mato Grant right in the hole, and not much there.
Yeah, a little bit different blocking scheme. That's more of the off-tackle play using the backs to block instead of pulling the guards. And it's just a different variation of the same play. And you can see right here, instead of pulling the guards, we got Josh coming downhill on the first one, and you got Skeet trying to get up on the second one. The backside linebacker and that safety filled it up in a hurry.
So, again, Grant, good two-way player for the Braves. Now second down, Maroon Devils need about 7. Wishbone backfield. Here comes Josh around the right side, pops it outside, tripped up a little bit, but going to be close to the first down, down near the 13-yard line as the Maroon Devils again keep pushing that ball forward.
Giving them a counter look now. Got them all running one way. That's when you give them that counter look. Counter simply means you make all the backfield action. You try to catch their eyes in the backfield, moving one way, and then you got that far side back coming back to get the ball going away.
So now third down and 2. Maroon Devils with Reese Winchester getting the play in from Coach Holt and the sideline. Again, wishbone set. Reese under center.
All right, there's the counter this way.
Yeah, here comes
Missed
Glaspie
the
again.
trap block.
And he's going to get the first down near the 10-yard line. And again, Glaspie is, I tell you, he just has good feet.
Well, he's got good vision. He's got good feet. He can catch a football. He can run with a football. And so, the Maroon Devils are using him to their advantage. That's what's happening now with this type of offense. Is we getting him back there where he can touch that football and make some things happen.
Oh, no doubt about it. Right now, first down. Maroon Devils have a first down and goal just inside the 10-yard line. Again, the wishbone set.
Counter the other way, trap.
Here's Josh.
Collins.
down to about the 6-yard line. And so now Maroon Devils are looking at second down and goal from, well, they're going to spot it. Wow. Not sure about that spot. They're going to spot it at the 8-yard line. That's a bad spot from what I saw. But anyway. So that's probably, well, we're going to line up and run one more play, 20 seconds to play, plenty of time on the play clock.
Now the power eye this time. You may see another, you're going to see the sweep, okay.
Here comes Glassby.
Here comes Glassby to the edge.
Oh, boy, he was hit. Come and getting a lane in there, just a lane for that linebacker to come sailing through there again. That was Luke Smith on the tackle. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So we'll take it to quarter number 2 here on senior night at Swain County High School. Maroon Devils in the lead, 13-0. We'll be back with the beginning of the second quarter after this timeout. Fans, welcome back. We'll give you some scores around the conference in just a moment. Right now, the Maroon Devils on the power I, third down. Rolling. Reese into the end zone, just outside the stretched hands of Brandon Frost. Made a diving attempt in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, it's a good play call. Get them loosened up a little bit. They're in man coverage. They're trying to defend this running game, but it's going to bring up fourth down. It looks like we're going to try to kick a field goal right here, attempt a field goal.
Yep, Brendan Lanning coming on. And by the way, some updated scores right now. Murphy leads Andrews 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. Robbinsville leads Hayesville 6-0 at the end of the first quarter. And by the way, Hayesville has now answered back. So now it's 7-6, Hayesville in the lead in that ball game with Robbinsville.
All right.
Yeah, a lot of good football going on. Here's the field
goal.
Going to be up and good. That's about a 25-yard field goal.
That's great. Great line drive kick. He put it right through the center.
He sure did. So Brendan Lanning up there, again, unofficially about a 25-yard field goal. By the way, we don't have our ace statisticians, Toby and Sharon Burrell, here tonight. They're down with Chelsea's getting married this weekend. We want to say congratulations to the whole family and hope they have a great weekend, a great wedding, and a safe journey back home. Wishing them the best.
We'll have to dock their pay, though.
That's right.
You know that,
That's
right?
it. Man, I tell you what. And it's, I tell you work up here in the press box on Friday night. That's big money. As you hear the chuckle of Coach Rod White.
Oh, yeah.
We're making what we made last year.
We are.
Yeah,
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Didn't even get a raise.
Didn't get a raise.
No. The only thing is that Daniel Kluwer brings us popcorn.
I tell you what.
That's our bonus.
That's the best. Daniel Kluwer and the West Swain Volunteer Fire Department always selling that kettle corn over there across the field. And they are really good. They donate the proceeds to the Maroon Devil Athletic Fund. Outstanding people and great work and great kettle corn, too.
Yep.
Man, it's delicious. Brendan Lanning, after that field goal, giving us a 16-0 lead. Now we'll kick it off. Going to go right down the right hash. And it's going to be returnable from the 18 out to the 20, 25, 30. What a burst of speed up the middle. And a great return, still on his feet. Wow, what a return into the Maroon Devil 44-yard line. That is Elijah Lineberry. And, man, he hit a gear there and took off.
He did. He had a seam in there. He found a seam, got in it, And
right there, he just kicked it.
He hit that second gear and it sprung a little bit of life back into the Braves right here.
He did. Coming up from behind with the tackle actually was Mason Cochran, ran him down from behind. But boy, Lineberry did. He just hit another gear and shot through there. First down, Cherokee at the 44-yard line of Maroon Devil territory. Wolf front.
Now the I-back's going to creep a backer up, bringing him off the edge. He's got a seam.
Boy, there's a big seam. And the biggest run of the night now for the Braves on that particular carry. That's got to be Brandon Santiago.
Yeah, they kind of got us on our heels right there just a little bit. We were blitzing off this side over here. Normally when you do that, and I know it's part of our package, is we will direct those defensive linemen away from the blitz, and somebody got cut off and didn't get to where they were supposed to be.
By the way, there's a score now. Andrews 7, Murphy 7, an update there. But as we mentioned, Hayesville leading Robbinsville 7-6 early in the second quarter in that ball game. Second down now.
Split backs. Going to run the fullback dive again.
Yeah, here comes
he popped
Grant.
it this time.
Boy, he broke a tackle and is still on his feet. Glaspie finally grabbed him and knocked him down at the 13-yard line. Well, boy, I tell you.
First down. Yeah, that's that zone block for the fullback dive. It's just a hard dive in there as tight as they can get it. We didn't close it enough, and he shot right through there.
Boy, he did. A lot of good Smoky Mountain Conference football going on tonight. 3 good ball games. Of course, we're coming down to next week, the final week of the regular season. Hard to believe that we've played this many games, but that's the way it is right now with one final week.
Backs again. Twins into the wide side of the field, trying to get to the edge.
And again, game tackling this time. And on the carry, there a little extra push at the end of the play over there. And again on the carry, this is Jerron Lineberry. Got a couple of the Lineberry boys over here.
Got an injury on the field.
Yes, indeed. One of the Braves injured. And it looks like it might be Chask Raines, number 51. And we hope he's going to be okay. We don't want to get these kids hurt this deep into the season. Raines, number 51, one of their senior linemen. And when you have, a limited number of folks anyway, I know it looks like a lot more people down there because the JVs have come up. But we only have 30, 32, 33 kids out there. And most of them play both ways. Boy, injuries can really hurt you.
Yeah, it really is, and you start having to pin. And you try to prepare for scenarios like that by putting younger people in there and getting reps during practice. And sometimes you do a good job of it, sometimes you don't. And but you just try to keep everybody healthy and strapped together. But you got to remember, 9th week of the regular season, and boy, they've taken a lot of abuse, a lot of physical abuse out there, and things start to wear out and things start to hurt, and right here, I hope it looks like he's working with his leg, and hope he can pop up from that.
No doubt. Fans, while they work on Raines, we'll take a break, and we'll be right back here on the Maroon Devils Network.
Okay.
Fans, welcome back. Second down here. Braves after the injury, second down and 10. And again, we wish Chaska Rains, who was shaken up on the play, we hope he gets back soon and it's going to be okay as we have the eye for the Braves here on second down. From the 29-yard line of Maroon Devil territory. Driver back to throw. The southpaw fires.
Tight
and he's
end.
into the crowd. Ball knocked up in the air. Incomplete.
Well, right then, two defensive backs making great plays. One of them could have intercepted it, but we had him bracket covered, and both of them went up for it. And you can see it here on the replay. Had twins into the boundary. Tight end was the only receiver to the wide side of the field. They put the back out into the flat and hoping the corner runs with him. But yeah, and then great coverage, and that's the way to hustle, get around the football.
Yeah, Corey Stillwell over there also with Keontae Graham breaking up the pass. Now third down and 10. As we mentioned, Braves like to throw. They average more passing yards per game than rushing. Driver rolling to his left, firing in a crowd, and it's going to be knocked away. Josh Collins got a big paw up there and slapped it down.
Fullback, they just put him out here where he can get a little closer to his route running and a little deeper out route by 34, the fullback. You can see him driving up there inside the linebacker. Linebacker does a good job of getting his hands on him and then chasing him.
Yeah, good work.
Good job. Again, good job by Collins.
A lot of people around the football.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you, it takes guts for a quarterback to throw with that many people around.
Well, it does, and he's on the move, and all he knows is he's got to get loose of that thing.
Right now, fourth down. Braves in four-down territory at the 29-yard line. Got a receiver on each side. Man coverage, one man in the backfield. Grant stays in there on a passing situation. Fourth down and 10. Here comes the blitz, and it's going to be picked up. Glaspie down the right sideline. He's got a blocker, and he's going to take it all the way to the house. All the way to the house is Glaspie, and there's no flag back up the field. That's about 70 yards.
That is. Well, we can watch it on the replay here. Hopefully we can see exactly how this happened. Well, that's all right. We didn't get it all the way back, but he read the route the entire way.
He did.
And he became the receiver. That's what he did. He saw the route. He had seen it at practice, and he knew when to jump it. They were flooding the territory out here with receivers, 1, 2, 3, and just trying to get that first down. And when he forced the ball in there, Josiah broke on the pattern and picked it off.
Yeah, looks like the Maroon Devils are going to be lining up to go for two here.
Yeah, trying to make up.
52 to play.
Yeah, try to make up for that extra point we mixed. Yes.
And again, got that T formation backfield. Reese under center. As he turns it hands off, it's going to be Josh Collins, and he bulls his way into the end zone. That was just leg drive.
Just leg drive for 3 yards. That's all we were looking for is that 3-yard push right here. We can see it on the instant replay exactly how it gets blocked. Watch your fullback and watch Josiah on this side is the running backs, and then watch the offensive lineman. You'll see the two lead backs headed there towards the boundary.
We wanted to see it.
Yeah, we're going to kick out and lead up in. That's exactly how that works. You kick out that last man on the line of scrimmage with the near back. That'd be Josiah, and then you lead up in with the fullback, which is Cook, and you give the ball to Collins. And there you'll see him turn back on the linebacker, and Josh takes them all on then from by himself on in there.
9:52 to play as the Maroon Devils are back on the field already, getting ready to kick it off as Brendan Lanning will come back. Some updated scores around the Smoky Mountain Conference. Right now, Murphy leads Andrews 14-7, 7:13 to play in the second quarter. Also, Hayesville, last check, still leading Robbinsville 7-6. That game in the second quarter, no update there. But again, we go to Robbinsville next Friday. Could be really, really big. Here we go. Lanning will kick it off. 9:52 to play in the second quarter. Maroon Devils up 24-0 as he again aims it toward the sideline.
Got to do a better job of covering this one.
Here's Saylor bringing it back. He had a big return last time, but this time he's knocked out of bounds, and a big tackle over there by James Stroman.
Yeah, Stroman on the tackle. The last time we kind of got out of our lanes, I know that was a coaching point for Coach Holt and his staff this week. Was we were finding ourselves getting knocked out of our attack lanes, and when you do that, you leave a seam in there. And so the whole gist of things for them has been, if you get knocked out of your seam, you got to get back in it.
Oh, that's the key, because if you're out of your lane, that gives people, again, like Saylor, just an alley to run through.
Yeah, and people think all they do is just run people upfield on the kickoff return. They don't. They have blocking schemes. They have blocking schemes just like you do with an offensive lineman. They have trap blocks. They got people coming from the backside. You don't see them coming, and they some of it you see, and some of it you never see it coming.
So now the Braves with the football, 9:46 to play. Still a whole lot of time left to play here in the second quarter, as the Braves this time are going to run 4 wide, twins on each side.
Running out of the gun this time. Single back there, going to the wolf front. Got a blitz coming off the far side over there on the outside. And there is our man.
Oh, boy.
Insay, I tell you, he just better and better. He really does. He's a player. They tried to reach block him. And by reach blocking, I mean try to get their head outside of him when they block him. He sees that, and you can see it on instant replay right here. When that young man, that tackle's head moves, you can see inside. He feels that movement. We got the blitz coming. There he is, right up over the top of the guard, and that's it. He's got that B-gap control, and that's exactly where he went. Linebacker had the outside control.
You know, and something – you don't see that many linemen anymore use a 4-point stance.
No, he loves it.
But they do.
Yeah. Here we're showing the blitz again. One or both of them are coming or backing out. Both of them bail, and that messes up their blocking scheme right there. That's we used to call that a show. We're just going to bluff it and show it, and then sometimes we'd come out of it, sometimes we didn't.
Well, you talked about a 4-point stance. I was over in the Hall of Fame building the other day, Coach, and I saw Robert White in a 4-point stance with that flat top haircut. And I tell you what, I'm thinking, I wouldn't want to play across from that guy.
He's a scary looking dude.
I tell you.
You ought to have had him as a superintendent. You're talking about scary. Yeah.
He was a great football player, but just to see him, he just looked like, oh man, you didn't want to tangle with him. Third down now.
Spread out all over the field. You've got twins on both sides, single back,
passing
straight
down.
drop.
Third and long.
Lofted up.
Up for grabs.
Man.
Knocked away again. There's Corey Stillwell.
He read that the whole way. We had man coverage the whole way, and when he tried to loft that thing up, Stillwell broke on it, and now he's sitting down there going, how did I drop that?
Yep.
But he did. He did a good job breaking on the ball and getting where he needed to be.
And again, Stillwell
Brought
at 5'10".
both inside backers.
Against the 6'2", Luke Smith.
Yeah.
So now coming on to punt, it's going to be Jack Tisateski. Got 2 back deep, 8:12 to play. High but short punt.
Yeah.
It's going to hit.
Let's get away from that.
Bounce straight up.
Y'all maroon jerseys, get away from it. Don't stand around and look at it.
Outstanding field position at the 39-yard line. So the Maroon Devils here really, with all the momentum and all the breaks going our way right now, with a 24-0 lead and already inside the 40 with first down.
Yeah, we got this drive right here. We'll take with 8 minutes. The clock's not an enemy yet of any kind. We can't be satisfied with any type of lead.
No.
We got to keep our foot to the pedal. Right back to the straight T backfield. Both 2 tight ends, nobody split. Everybody in the box. It's up to Collins. Collins makes a cut.
Oh, my
moves,
goodness.
And now
He's going to score again. He is going to score again. Josh Collins into the end zone, and the Devils have a 30-0 lead over Cherokee. And it's coming on big plays, Coach, for the most part.
It is, and it's that chip away thing, and you can watch it right here. It's not anything that we haven't run. It wasn't a special play that come out of the box. You can see where right here it is. It's a double fake to the fullback first and then over the top. We used to call it a belly play. You fake it to the fullback, and you kick out on the end with the near back, and you give it to the second back.
Now it's going to be point after touchdown. Brendan Lanning coming on, and he boots it up, and this one looks good, and it is. And the Maroon Devils now all over Cherokee, 31-0, 7:56 to play in the second quarter. We'll be right back. Fans, welcome back. A couple of updated scores. Right now, Robbinsville has taken the lead back over Hayesville, 14-7 late in the second quarter. Murphy leads Andrews 14-13 late in the second quarter as well. And right now, the Maroon Devils all over Cherokee at the 15-yard line. Braves on the return. Bringing it back is going to be Elijah Lineberry. And good open field tackle over there. Just getting a hand on him was Cameron George, enough to trip him up.
Yeah, that's great out there. He's the in man out there. He's the safety. He's the one to make sure nobody gets out over that edge out there. And he did a good job of closing. And there you see he made that tackle before it even got to the hash. That's the two-thirds of the field we're talking about, as you can see on the return right here. Once that young man starts towards the boundary, and right there at the hash mark, that's where he's supposed to be.
Right now, Braves first down and 10. This time, Twins on the left side. Nobody on the far side of the field, out of the I formation now. Maroon Devils 5 men up on the line of scrimmage on defense.
Yep.
Showing blitz,
bluffing, long snap count.
Yeah, here comes the blitz. And Braves get around it a little bit for about 3, maybe 4 yards on the carry over there.
Yeah, and there's good and there's bad about blitzes like that. There's this scenario I used to call two trains passing in the night. Now, it doesn't happen to us right here, but a lot of times if this linebacker or the tackle gets moved the least little bit, he breaks that level 1 barrier.
Yeah, he did.
Your secondary has to tackle him. And if he's getting into the secondary, you're in trouble.
Second down and 7 after a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, the two-train scenario, we blitz some from the middle over the years, not near as much. I like to come from the outside myself.
Here's Cole Weichel lined up as a stand-up defensive end on the right side.
Here comes the trap.
And
all the way back the other way.
Yeah, nice run, 6-yard gain.
This is part of that giveaway play, they call it. It's where you pull everybody on the back side. If we have it on the replay, you'll see. But they give the ball there to him, hoping that you are committed to that trap block. You can see him coming over the trap. He cuts that thing all the way back against the grain, back to the back side.
First down and 10 Braves, though, as they pick up the first down. 6:45 to play. This time the Braves staying on the ground and picking up the first down. Going in motion to the right side is going to be Jonathan Saylor. Wide side.
Now, split backs. Tight ends to our side. Long snap count. Outside veer play, and the ball pops out.
And the Maroon Devils have it.
Yes.
Maroon Devils have it at the 43-yard line. Wide open field. Corey Stillwell all over the football.
Yeah. Right on the impact, that ball spit out, and I'm not real sure who knocked it out. You can see Frost there at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, he popped him right there, and so did the linebacker at the same time, and that ball popped straight out.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm really surprised with still 6:23 to play and a very long first half. Maroon Devils have just dominated 31-0, and again, we still have halfway to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, you still don't take your foot off, man. Here we go. Coach Holt and his staff, they're going to keep play calling all the way through this thing. Out of wishbone this time. Going to run a trap back to the other side with Josiah.
Runs into his own man.
That's all right. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. He's following that trap block. He stuck his foot in the ground, turned it up, and still picked up 4 yards.
Yep, he ran into the back of Nolan Fisher over there. And I tell you, it's kind of hard to run through Nolan.
Well, and the thing is Josiah realizes right here, so pulling both guards, it's kind of an influence on that side. And there you go. See him stick his foot in the ground instead of trying to go over the top of that thing. Let's just go right back up in here where he's being trapped from.
From the 39-yard line this time, the Maroon Devils have a second down, about 6 to go. 5:45 to play, first half, second quarter, 31-0. Already the score on the scoreboard.
Throw the ball this time.
Reese
trying to get Josh out.
Yeah, a little play
out of the backfield, and it just wasn't there. Yeah, just wasn't there.
He throws it away.
Yeah, yep.
And that's what smart quarterbacks do.
Yeah, I think there was a little mix-up in the backfield. You can see Collins talking to Josiah. I think they ran into each other back there or something. I think somebody took a wrong direction, because there for a long time there was no receivers out there, and Reese was looking down the field trying to find anybody, and then by the time Collins got out, he was covered up.
Well, the Maroon Devils again, pretty much a running football team. Third down now and 6 to go.
Out of the tee this time. Okay, over the top with the backs. He's got a choice, inside or out. There he goes, jumps inside of one block. Now back
Josh.
across the field.
Wow. He's still on his feet.
Still on his feet.
All the way down to the 11-yard line. That was a lot of Josh Collins. One good block over there that really sprung him was Skeet Cook, who cut it back inside.
And you'll see it right here.
Yep.
Okay, he gets on it right there. That second block, he was waiting on that one just so he could find him a seam to jump up in there.
And boy, he
got
did.
A penalty flag down. I think it must be a holding call.
And, Coach, that's one thing. We've only had a couple of penalties all night.
Yeah.
Not many hankies on the floor here tonight at Swain County.
And if it was thrown from that side of the line of scrimmage, it was away from the play. It's on the side of personal foul.
Yeah, against Maroon Devils.
Nah. Maybe we'll see the signal again. I didn't see the signal. I was looking.
Yeah, there's the signal. Yeah, against the Maroon Devils. It was almost, I don't know if that's a block. I don't think that's a block in the back kind of call. But it was a personal foul against the Maroon Devils here. Third down now. Still a long way to go. 5:11 to play here. Again, we're in the second quarter. Still playing a lot of football here.
Yeah, we're having a hard time getting our pass route stuff. Got Josiah coming out of the backfield on the backside.
Oh, and it's intercepted. And the Braves have it at the 35-yard line. That ball hung up a long time, and that allowed Cherokee to get over there and get under that football.
Yeah, our timing was way off in the backfield. We ran into each other back there.
Yeah.
Josiah didn't get out in time. This is a play they worked on. Couldn't see the early part of it, and Reese gets rid of it, and it was taking him too long to get out of there.
So again, tough break for the Maroon Devils, and that's our first turnover here tonight. It's that recent call was basically a personal foul, and it was a chop block signal.
Okay.
So interesting call just for folks who saw that particular signal down on the field. And that's a rare penalty.
That's very rare.
Yeah. So now first down, Cherokee has it back at the 35-yard line after the turnover. Still a lot of time to play. 5 minutes here in the second quarter.
Give it to the fullback again. That's his zone blocking right here. He's turning around and giving it to him, and he's got an option. They're going to either block everybody down, and he's on his own going one way or the other.
Grant on the carry picks up 5, almost 6, second down, and about 5 to go here with 4:38 to play. And one updated score. Murphy leads Andrews now 20-13, almost at halftime in that game. But our game obviously is going very slowly. In case you're wondering, second down now.
Trap. Fullback trap.
Yeah, not much room there. Josh Collins coming up to plug that hole quickly. And also at the bottom of that pile getting up, nothing new there for, again, Big Insay Ufert. And he plays hard all night. LD Luke Wire in there in the middle trying to plug that gap.
Yeah, Insay comes from the backside. You can see that guard on that side pulling. Insay's got B-gap control. He's coming down the line of scrimmage just like he's supposed to. And Collins reads it over the top, and Insay comes from the backside.
And Grady Lewis was in the backfield.
Right.
Third down. One man behind Driver in the backfield. Now Driver trying to turn the corner and gets the first down. And all the way out to the 50-yard line with a first down and 10 Braves.
Yeah, he just turned that into a foot race as quick as he could to get to that edge right there. And
he's quick.
Yeah, he's very athletic. And he just turned the corner right. Once he realized he could get to that corner, he turned the Jets on.
So now first down and 10 Braves. One of their better drives here tonight as they picked up 2 or 3 first downs on this drive, keeping the football away from the Maroon Devils here by staying on the ground for the most part with 3:15 to play, second quarter. Braves 4 wide.
Single back.
Here comes Collins sneaking up in the hole. Here he comes on the blitz.
Straight drive with the fullback again. They tried that zone play again, and this time it was collapsed. They couldn't block us all that time.
Grady Lewis again in the backfield.
Yeah, Grady Lewis. We stunted him right there. You can watch Grady. He's the down lineman on this side. You'll see where Josh's angle is on his blitz, and then you watch Grady's helmet move to the outside. Upfield, right there.
I mean, he's right there with the handoff.
Right there when the handoff is.
So now second down and about 12, a couple of yards lost, 2.5 minutes to play, second quarter.
Same formation.
Yep, 4 wide.
Yep.
Second down and long. Braves are going to throw it. Straight drop. Driver fires. Got his man this time at the 45-yard line. Again, there's Jonathan Saylor on the reception.
Yeah, good throw by the quarterback. He threw a rope out there, and he turned that thing loose. It was on a straight line, great route run, and good open field tackle right there. Just a good football play all around.
Quick.
Yeah,
he's got a quick release.
Yeah, it happens fast, and if you're not right underneath it, and he throws it that well, there's not a whole lot of ways to defend it.
Third down and 5 now. Just under 2 minutes to play in the second quarter.
And they're going to stay with this formation. Fullback's a little deeper this time. He's going to get in an upright position like a tailback. So he's probably not going to run it with him. Going to blitz both inside backers.
Driver rolls away.
Over the top.
And he's got his man over here at the
First
40. Down to the 36-yard line. On the catch is going to be Shiloh Woodson for the Braves.
Got a minute and a half left to play.
Clock stopped at 1:34 to play while the chains move. And again, the best drive of the night for the Braves here offensively.
Yeah, they're not trying to big chunk it, not trying to throw it upfield as much. They're trying to get people open out here in these areas and doing a good job of it. What they're trying to do is catch us blitzing more than what we normally do, and we're showing them a lot of blitz looks. And what they're trying to do is hit that underneath route as much as possible.
At the 36-yard line, Braves with the football now. Different set this time. One man in the backfield. That's going to be Grant.
Short set.
Driver back to throw again. Here comes pressure. Grady Lewis after him, and he brings him down from behind. And the ball popped out, but I think he might have been down.
Yeah, we converged on him real good right there. The clock's still running. Under a minute now.
And they're going to say the ball was down, and but now we've got a timeout called by the Braves with 49 seconds to play before halftime.
Yeah, it was a great play right there.
Yeah. And Tim Hawkins wants a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be right back here on the Maroon Devils Network. Welcome back. Braves out of the I formation. Second down and 8 now from the 34-yard line. Maroon Devils, a bunch of guys up on the line of scrimmage on defense. Driver back to throw. He's in trouble. Gets away.
Loads upfield. He's got a man wide open.
And he throws it. It's going to be touchdown Braves. Getting into the football looks like Grant out of the backfield. And again, that was just all Michael Driver avoiding the pressure and throwing the football.
He stepped up in there, stood tall, cut that thing loose, and we just blew our coverage over there, blew it off. We were in man coverage, and we just failed to run with him when he turned upfield.
That's it.
It's like a giant wheel route he ran coming out of the backfield.
And again, Driver had 3 guys who had shots at him, and he got away and made that happen. Now it's coming on. It's going to be Nathaniel Littlejohn for the point after, and going to be a timeout. One updated score right now. Murphy leads Andrews 20-13 at halftime in that ball game. But they're going to take a timeout here, and with 41 seconds to play. By the way, coming up at halftime, of course, the Maroon Devil Marching Band, the award-winning Maroon Devil Marching Band at halftime. And Coach, next week, on the road to Robbinsville. And by the way, fans, as you probably already know, they don't let us broadcast live at Robbinsville. So let's get that out there right now so you'll know. And it's not up to us. It's their call.
Yeah, There's a whole lot they don't let you do in Robbinsville.
Or Andrews or Hayesville.
Yeah, and I want to remind folks, too, I don't know what that construction is going to be like on the way over there. It's according to which way you go. But if you go across the top of the mountain in there, just be ready because it may take a little while longer to get there. I don't know how long they'll be working on it or if they'll be working on it. But anybody that's made that trek, it takes a while to get through there now.
Yeah, it'll slow you down. Not as bad as I-26, but it'll slow you down. And there's the point after. It's going to be up and good by Little John. We still have 41 seconds to play. We'll come back after these messages and bring you that kickoff as the Braves will kick it back to the Maroon Devils after this break. Fans, welcome back. The Maroon Devils will bring it back. And finally, Josiah Glaspie grabs it at about the 14, brings it back to the 20, 25, 30. Here he goes. Man, when he's got the football in his hands on an open field, he is a dangerous return man all the way to the Cherokee 42-yard line.
He really is. He sees the field. He's trying to get upfield there and find what's going on. Looks like we may have a flag on a play. I don't know. Yeah, holding.
Yep, holding on the return.
Yeah.
So we'll come back, and instead of great field position, it won't be quite as good with 31 seconds to play before halftime. But another score, interesting, little bit of a bad blood scenario up at between Tuscola and Smoky Mountain. Tuscola leads 21-7 over Smoky Mountain with 25 seconds to go until halftime. As you know, the quarterback left Smoky Mountain, went to Tuscola.
Yeah.
And he's a heck of an athlete.
Yeah, he is. He can play.
He really is.
Okay.
First down and 10. Here we go. Maroon Devils with the football here, and it's going to be Reese handing off right side. Here comes Josh Collins again into the secondary again. He almost ran over one of the back judges and snakes his way down to the 49-yard line.
Yeah. Clock stops here. We'll see if Coach Holt's going to take a timeout, and I believe he is. With 22 seconds left to go, if we'd gotten stopped right there, he probably wouldn't have took that timeout. He would just let the clock run. But now that we got the ball at midfield, it's an opportunity to take a couple of shots, put another nail in the coffin.
Some other events coming up, as we mentioned. Men's soccer playoffs begin Monday. That's the first round of the NCHSAA playoffs. They'll try to get those brackets fixed this weekend. Cross country Saturday, October 28th. The West Regionals are going to be just up the road. If you're an old-timer like me, it's at Ferguson, the old Ferguson Dairy Fields, but now it's Katua. That'll be at 10 a.m. on Saturday, October 28th. Also, big game tomorrow. It's going to be number 15 seed, our Maroon Devil volleyball team, hosting number 18 seed Robbinsville tomorrow at 3. Not going to be on the Maroon Devils network, so you need to be there in person tomorrow, 3 o'clock at the Swain High Gym. And just so you know, our Swain girls, if they win tomorrow in this third match with Robbinsville, they will play the winner of number 2 seed Highland Tech and number 31 seed Cherryville. Now, some other games. Number 4 seed Cherokee hosting College Prep Academy tomorrow. Number 13 seed Bishop McGinnis hosts number 20 seed Murphy tomorrow. Number 9 seed Rosman hosting number 24 Hayesville tomorrow. And number 1 seed Polk County hosting South Davidson tomorrow. Again, Cherokee playing tomorrow, 1 o'clock hosting College Prep Academy. First and 10, Maroon Devils. Reese rolling, firing. This one is just going to be out of bounds, trying to get that ball away with 18 seconds to play. Basically a coverage throwaway.
Yeah, coverage throwaway. When you're playing out of 2 tight ends and you don't have anybody split out, and you're trying to get people open upfield to take a shot, or you got time to take a couple of shots, and you're trying to get at least one back out of the backfield. It takes a lot of time to do that, and because those tight ends, they don't let them come out free a lot of times. They slam them up like they did right there. So we're just going to run the football.
Yeah, little counter
and Lord
again.
of mercy,
Josh breaking tackles, but he has a first down at the 38-yard line of Cherokee.
Should call another timeout, and got 10 seconds to try to put another one up.
31-7, Maroon Devils in the lead.
Don't need to try to kill the clock.
Nope.
Yeah, we got a timeout.
And by the way, just looking down the road, a lot on the line next week as our Maroon Devils will be going to Robbinsville. If Robbinsville wins tonight, and right now they do lead Hayesville, and our Maroon Devils obviously in pretty good shape here. That's going to be for the Smoky Mountain Conference Championship next week, Coach, over at Big Oak Stadium.
It will be. It's going to be exciting. It's what we've been waiting for, and struggled through a couple of years not really having a dog in the fight that much at the end of the season. Nothing but your pride, but now we do have a dog in the fight.
Oh, no doubt. And by the way, if you're wondering, when was the last time we beat Robbinsville? 2017. And but that's a big game. Not only is it for the conference championship, but it'll be a number 1 seed and so many wonderful home playoff games.
Right.
That's what it's about.
Oh, yeah, it really is. I think you're going to see something a little bit different when I see the personnel that's on the field. I think we're going to our gun set right here.
Yeah.
And stuff we started out the season with. He hadn't put that on the shelf. They still practice it. They still run it.
4 wide.
Yeah, we got this will put Cherokee in a little bit different mode now. They're going to the regular 4 front. We've got motion. Going to 3 receivers here to this side of the field. Throwing one.
Oh, he's got his man.
Get out of bounds. Out of baby. There you go.
5.5 seconds to play.
5.5 seconds to try to put this thing in the end zone.
We saw him come in motion. Keontae coming in motion.
Right.
He cut it upfield and just basically curled toward the sideline.
That was all he did. And what happens is you can check the coverage as if we put people in motion. May not this time, but we're going with double twins and no tight end. And there it is. He sticks it in the ground. And out he is. See, that's a flood route. That's 3 people. Now, here we go, motion that way. Maybe give him the same look over there, different routes. Got to turn it loose. Got to turn it loose.
Open. Can't find anybody open. And now he's getting a block. There's a block in the back. Yeah, that's a crackback block.
They're going to call that a crack block. And
pass incomplete anyway.
It really is, and I have to disagree with the officials, which I've never done in my life, as you know, but I'm going to disagree with him right now. There's no way that is. That's just clean. He's going to call it a blindside block, and it's not. And we don't get another play because or whatever. He may be saying helmet to helmet. I can't tell what he's saying anyway. But
both teams head to the locker room.
No, that was a clean block. If you can't block like that anymore, then they're probably not going to be any more football much.
31-7 at halftime. Maroon Devils very much in control here tonight. And coming up, we're going to have the halftime show. The band is going to be here, and they're going to be entertaining. And we'll be back with all that. Stay with us. 31-7 at the half right here.
Swain Varsity golf team. After college, Wyatt plans to attend a four-year university to major in motorsports engineering. Let's have another round of applause for our senior Blue Devil marching band. And now, performance, the Swain Marching Band. Their 2023 marching show is titled Out of the Storm. Tonight's musical selections include their final show numbers, Smoky Mountain Rain and Walking on Sunshine. Please welcome the Swain County Marching Band. moments, we will draw our winning ticket.
Hey Maroon Nation, my name is Erin Jenkins and I'm an alumni of Swain High and also the Maroon Devils Network. The network you're watching right now helped me chase my dreams and get my start in broadcast journalism. From weekly interviews with Coach B to hosting game day specials and even getting to sit down with some of Swain High's greatest football legends.
History of the Maroon Machine.
All of these things help get me to WNCT 9 on your side in Greenville, North Carolina as an on-air news reporter. Right now, you can help other students just like me to chase their dreams by liking, subscribing, and sharing the Maroon Devils Network. As always, go Big Maroon!
Hello viewers, my name is Audrey Zelinka and I'm one of your student correspondents with the Maroon Devils Network. This channel was created in 2014 and since then we've had over 430,000 views, but more than 75% of those have been non-subscribers. Right now our channel has a little over 2,400 subscribers, but we want to reach a goal of 5,000. To help us do this, you can like, subscribe, and share our videos. Thank you for watching the Maroon Devils Network.
Hey Maroon Nation, my name is Erin Jenkins and I'm an alumni of Swain High and also the Maroon Devils Network. The network you're watching right now helped me chase my dreams and get my start in broadcast journalism. From weekly interviews with Coach B to hosting game day specials and even getting to sit down with some of Swain High's greatest football legends.
History of the Maroon Machine.
All of things helped get me to WNCT 9 on your side in Greenville, North Carolina as an on-air news reporter. Right now, you can help other students just like me to chase their dreams by liking, subscribing, and sharing the Maroon Devils Network. As always, go Big Maroon!
Fans, welcome back as the Braves just kick off to the Maroon Devils. Another good return by Josiah Glassby. What else is new? When you're 6'2", 200 pounds, and can run, you can really make things happen.
Yeah, well, Kelly missed the kickoff there of the second half, and he kicked it down to us. Joe scooped it up and got a good head of steam up and coming up field. Had a little bit of a technical difficulty up on top up there with the camera. So now we're back to play.
It doesn't take Josiah long to get going, though.
No, it's just a thought. Back to the tee backfield. Going to run that over the top with the backs. There's a good block by Skeet again. Good kick out block by Joe. and just rolling up the yards. And if the replay's working, you'll see this is about the best we've executed this play tonight. When you're forcing secondary players to make this tackle, now just watch the two backs on this side, downhill. You can see Skeet looking for him, and there he is. He finally found him at number 2. He's looking for that next threat, and he took his time. Before, I think they've been coming a little bit too hard. He took his time and found him.
Good block there.
Yeah, you may see us go to the wide side of the field this time, and we do with Josiah, and there it is.
That's another foot race.
Same play that we just ran.
And he's going to score again.
Yeah.
And it didn't
no
take
flags
long.
on the play.
It took the Maroon Devils exactly 31 seconds to get on the scoreboard, and a couple of plays, and it's already 37-7.
Here's the play again. You can see it. I'm going to tell you who made this play famous right here. Jim Fox from Roslyn. This play was a nightmare for us out of the wishbone. The many years that Jim Fox coached there.
Yeah.
Man, his players could execute this play, and it was tough. You think you had it defended. Between that and the veer plays he ran, it was tough. He could beat you in a minute with that play.
And his son was a pretty good player.
Oh, yeah, that made a big difference. And like I said, we called it a belly play. Double dive, I think, is what that Coach Holt refers to it as. But, man, it's a nasty play because you can't tell if the fullback's got it, and then he becomes a blocker, and you got a lead blocker on the edge, and then you give it to that second back.
And we've got a timeout. Stay with us. We'll be right back on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back. Brendan Lanning. Busy night tonight. Kicks it toward the right sideline. Going to be taken by an up man at the 31-yard line. And again, bringing it back there was Saylor. Kind of lost his footing there, though, as wrapping him up is going to be James Stroman.
Yep, Stroman making the tackle. Got a penalty flag. Got a little jawing going on down there. And, number 7, he's probably had something to say to our number 7, Stroman.
Yeah, and we were kind of hoping we wouldn't see a whole lot of that tonight, but
it may be an ejection too. I don't know exactly. He may have said something to the official too in the process.
And boy, you just can't do that. I mean, you just can't do that. And I'm sure our coaches probably talked about some this week because a lot of years we've seen these two teams play, and there is the unsportsmanlike conduct against the Braves. And we've seen a lot of personal fouls, and you got to be so careful with that because you get a couple of personal fouls, and hey, next week you're going to be sitting on the bench.
You're not going to be playing. Exactly right. And you got to temper, and players have to be disciplined. Coaches, everybody pulls for that, and everybody tries to coach it. But I'm telling you, you get teenage young men out there, and sometimes they just things start happening, and they get very
their tempers flare.
Yeah, their tempers flare. They get chippy, and especially you're down 38-7, and right after a score, and it can happen. So you have to alarm your play, get your players aware of it, because at any time you can if somebody hits you late or something, you stand up and retaliate. That's what the officials are going to see.
Exactly. So now again, the Maroon Devils 3-man front on defense, 1st and 10. Braves going to try to hand off, but boy, there are too many people in the backfield, and the Braves lose 2. Leading the charge again, Grady Lewis, Insay Ufert, you name it. We had a lot of folks in the backfield, along with Cole Weichel.
Exactly. There's a couple of things I want people to take notice of, and you can see it in the replay right here. Something Coach Holt and Coach Napier have been working on this week is linebacker alignment and defensive linemen getting lined up correctly and being ready to go. They've had a problem with that in the past few weeks. Now, right there, that's just kind of a busted play, but you can see us rallying to the ball, and that's what you want to see.
Yeah, Grady Lewis, man, he's had a good night.
Yeah, they worked a lot this week on discipline of those linebackers getting set. So here we're going to see a show, a bluff, a show. We're going to bail out. Got a whistle.
Penalty flag.
Must have been somebody jumped.
Yeah, false start probably on offense.
Yeah.
Yep, false start on offense, so that'll back up the Braves 5. That's going to bring up second down at about 16.
And again, the reason you do that is when those linebackers walk up, those offensive linemen over there, their blocking assignments change. Now, you don't know whether they're coming or not. And you say, well, why don't you do it every time? It goes right back to those two trains passing in the night I was talking about earlier. They snapped the ball. They got the right play called. They popped through their the first and second level. They're in the secondary running in straight lines for the end zone.
End of the third quarter, Murphy leads Andrews 20-13. We're just barely underway in the third quarter, and they've already finished 3. So now, driver back to throw again, flips it out here, and it's going to be incomplete as he tried to get over on the sideline, and it's going to be tipped. But again, Cherokee just trying to get something going on offense.
Now, trying to get anything they can to get the ball upfield, throwing it out to the wide side of the field, trying to get catch us out there one-on-one. They see we're in man coverage.
Yep, had his man, just didn't get it out there.
That's right. Good job by the corner also seeing it, breaking from the outside in.
Corey Stillwell doing a good job. Corey only a sophomore. And same set for the Braves here this time as they have third down and long. Michael Driver, of course, good throwing quarterback. Third down and 16. Maroon Devils showing blitz. Here it comes. Driver rolling away, firing. Got his man on the sideline, complete down to the 28-yard line, and that's going to be short of the first down, though. So now the Braves are looking at fourth down and going to have to punt the football away. And here's another update. Right now, Tuscola leads Smoky Mountain 21-14. That ball game in the third quarter as well. But again, Murphy over Andrews 20-13 after 3. And hopefully we can get a Hayesville update. Robbinsville leading at last check.
Yeah, as the Cherokee gets ready to punt right here, we're going to see exactly how well he gets this off. He didn't get a good punt off, and it's going to go out of bounds up into the stands right there.
You don't see that many go in the stands.
No, he kind of shanked that one a little bit. He got his foot on the back side of it. And
so it's going to be the Maroon Devils getting the football back in good field position here with still 9:38 to play
we're going to get it
third quarter.
We're going to get it on our side of the 50, somewhere down around about the 44-yard line, headed in.
Maroon Devils again early in the third quarter, 9:38 to play. Chilly night. The rain has pretty much gone away, but it's very windy out there. So that wind chill, it gets cold, doesn't it, Coach?
Yeah, and that wind chill is affecting everybody right now but the players.
Yeah, that's it. So Maroon Devils again in that T formation.
There's
this
the same
time it's
play
going to be
again.
Stroman.
This time Stroman.
And he's trying to get away. Broke a couple of tackles. Goes the other way. Reese with a block and Stroman down the right sideline. He's only got a couple of guys to beat, and he's going to score.
Block, touchdown.
James Stroman took it all the way to the house after reversing field.
That was spectacular. The play wasn't developing on that side. Stroman stuck his foot in the ground, as you can see right here. He gets swung around, gets grabbed by the face mask, still running. Now I want you to watch Collins pass him and get upfield to try to find the defender that can keep him from scoring right there.
Yep. And Reese with a good block to kind of spring it. Reese Winchester, good block for the quarterback.
That's everybody playing football right there. I'm telling you, that's a great sight to see.
Brendan Lanning on for the PAT. It's going to be good. And the Maroon Devils right now with a comfortable 45-7 lead over the Braves. 9:24 to play here in the third quarter. We'll be back on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back. We're going to kick it off again. Brendan Lanning has been a busy man here tonight, as you can tell, with a 45-point score on our side of the ledger. Fair catch by the Braves. They'll get it 1st and 10. Don't forget now, friends, tomorrow our volleyball team going to be taking on Robbinsville for the 3rd match this year. It's going to be tomorrow at 3 o'clock right here at Swain County High School. Just so you know, it won't be on the Maroon Devils Network because this is some state playoff activity. But again, our Maroon Devils number 15 seed, Robbinsville number 18 seed, tomorrow 3 o'clock here at Swain High. And if we win that one, we would play the winner next week of number 2 Highland Tech and number 31 seed Cherryville. That'll be coming up next week. But again, got to win tomorrow. Win and move on. That's the name of the game.
Now watch our 3 down linemen in the interior right there. We got them packed in over both A's and B's. You'll see them move out, and then we'll cheat to one side A, blitz a linebacker through the other side, and there we go.
A lot of folks up around the football.
That's good movement. I used to love to do that, just make those little adjustments and movements from one technique to the next, and all of a sudden those offensive linemen, they're flat-footed. They're not real sure exactly how they're going to block this thing.
There's Lucas on the blitz.
Yeah, and then you can see Cook coming over the top, but there again, there's Insay. Once he widens that, he goes from B gap all the way out to the C gap. It really puts pressure on those offensive linemen to decide how they're going to block it.
Well, Insay's a player, 6'2", 263-pounder.
Now they're going to start in their assignments this time and close from outside in.
Driver throws. He had to get that ball away because he was being hounded in the backfield.
Yeah. Insay was after him again there. They didn't block him very well at the line of scrimmage, and if we do replay that one, you'll see he's just he absolutely he blew them up.
By the way, Tuscola now leading Smoky Mountain 28-14. 9 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter there. And again, as we mentioned, Robbinsville in front of Hayesville 26-13 in that conference matchup. And again, the Braves come out 4 wide. 3rd down and 8 now.
You see Grady Lewis now tilted on this side. He's out there. He's going to move down.
And got a whistle.
Got a whistle. Going to be delay a game for Cherokee. And when all that movement is doing is changing their blocking assignments up front. And it's when they're trying to run their trap game or they're trying to pass block, which is nothing but a giant zone block, it really messes with their scheme up front there. And you say, well, doesn't everybody do that then? Well, a lot of times it has to do with the fact that right now Cherokee's got this long snap count they're going with. It gives us time to do that. People with short snap counts, they'll catch you in the middle of that movement. See, if we'd been moving right there, we'd have been in trouble.
Driver down the field and it's going to be intercepted. There's Keontae Graham again.
What a great play. Like we said earlier, man, he's just more and more confident. He's become a better pass coverage. That's man coverage, and he's running with him. And he goes up. He makes this ball his the whole time.
Because it was not a bad pass at all.
No, it was not. It was on the money.
His driver had it down there.
It looks like he's out forevermore got it, and watch him reach. He becomes the receiver at that point in time. And
he did. He took it away from Saylor.
He's more confident tackler. He's more confident in coverage. He's just a good all-around football player.
And now the Maroon Devils are going to put in some new faces. Coming in at quarterback is going to be Andrew Cody, our sophomore, who has played some earlier this year when Reese Winchester was injured. Got a little almost a mix-up in the backfield, but keeping his feet moving. Man, I tell you what, that pile is still moving.
Yeah, sure is.
That's close to a first down.
Yeah, and you'll see the people up front. We're keeping them in there, keeping those offensive linemen in there. And you can see us come off the football right here, and the penetration happens out here, but not back on the inside where the ball is.
That's Zeke Glaspie running the football.
Yeah.
Man, watch his leg drive. He just won't stop. And it is a first down at the 47-yard line now. Cherokee, 8:21 to play, 3rd quarter. 45-7. Maroon Devils in control right now. And again, it's going to be Cody and a little mix-up in the backfield that time.
Yeah.
Andrew got on the football.
We're trying to run lead option right there, and he ran into the fullback, ran it just a little too tight. And they end up getting hung up with each other right there. That's a timing thing, and it takes a lot of reps. And neither the fullback or he have had enough reps right there to execute that quite yet, but they will.
One update in the Smoky Mountain Conference. Murphy leads Andrews 27-13. Only 5 minutes left to play in that ball game with the Bulldogs up by 2 touchdowns. Second down and 13 now. Maroon Devils with a loss. This time around the right side, getting some of those yards back before he's bumped out of bounds. There's going to be Zeke Glaspie again with Elijah Lineberry coming up on the tackle.
And make it third down this time. Got the front folks still driving up there. You got Skaggs still trying to block this edge out here, and he is a good down blocker. He's a good trap blocker. He's a good pass blocker.
Yeah, he is. Also in tight this time is going to be James Arch. Normally split wide, but he's going to be in tight. And again, the T formation.
There's your belly play. This time
boy.
the linebacker comes right downhill into it.
Boy, Brandon Santiago coming up with a big tackle for the Braves as he hit us in the hole, but still able to pick up some positive yards. It's going to bring up fourth down now and about 6 to go. Fourth down and about 6, 7:20 to play third quarter. So Maroon Devils in 4-down territory at the Cherokee 43-yard line.
Yeah, and you don't know how difficult it is on offensive linemen when you change a quarterback. Take the center, Grady Lewis, for example.
Yeah.
Everything's a little bit different. The hand placement underneath him there is a little bit different. He's got to adjust to that every time.
And
that was fourth down.
Looks like we're going to be short, and
yeah.
the Braves will have the football back. So, again, it's going to be some new folks, but, hey, got to get those folks ready to play as well.
That's right. And they'll start off basically with fundamentally all the starters back out there on defense in the combination they want them, and then they'll substitute as they see fit as time goes on.
One of those, of course, Skeet Cook, and when you look at, again, number 50, Lucas Sutton there, kind of working the signals at those linebacker spots right behind the line of scrimmage.
And they've been alternating those two with Collins in the center right there. Collins can play either the outside backer or the inside backer position. We know that. We've seen him do both. We've seen him play corner this year. He can play a little bit of all of it.
Yeah,
but,
he's getting a rest right now.
Right now he's off the field, and these two are just as good as they come anyway. And there's a flag again for delay of game.
Yeah.
And the first person that saw it was Josiah. He was signaling to the officials that that clock had already run out.
And, that's why we have those clocks at each end zone so the quarterback can see that when he comes up to the line of scrimmage. Of course, I know that's a simple answer, but those quarterbacks are under pressure.
It's a lot to do.
It
sure is.
It is. That's the toughest position on the field. Here comes the blitz. Driver fires, and he's got his man, but he dropped it in and out of the hands of Lineberry.
Yep. It was right in his hands, and he dropped it.
So right now it's going to bring up a third down and 15 with 6:52 to play. Third quarter, Maroon Devils all over Cherokee right now, 45-7. And it's going to be second down, not third. So the Braves, again, not afraid to throw that football down the field. But right now, the problem is Michael Driver not getting a whole lot of time to throw that football.
We're going to show blitz again.
Yeah, Skeet
coming with both of them.
Driver throws over the middle. It's going to be caught. And dropped right at the last second.
Yeah.
In and out of the hands of Shiloh Woodson. But again, boy, Driver's got a quick release. Man.
Yeah, it was. He turned that thing loose in him right hand. We're going to have a penalty right here. I believe it's on Cole Weichel. He must have said something to the receiver. He at least turned towards him, and I'm not down there, but the official might have heard something, but that'll get him substituted for, because that's the one thing you do not want to have happen during the ball game right now. You just can't have it. You cannot have it.
And, of course, Coach Holt having a word with him right now, and it's going to bring up a first down Braves after that penalty.
Yeah, that's unacceptable to a coach. And there again, like we were talking about, these young people, they've got to learn to be more, to discipline themselves at some point in time. You can say, you can talk till you're blue in the face. Until they decide they're going to be the disciplined ones, then that's what you run into.
Yeah, first down and 10 Braves now on the Maroon Devils side of the field at the 48-yard line. Still 6:47 to play. Again, a very long game here tonight at Swain County Memorial Stadium on senior night. And Driver back to throw again. Again, he's in trouble, loses the ball, and getting on the football over there. It's another Maroon Devil Fumble recovery, Mason Cochran on the ball.
Yeah, and I believe it was Insay Ufert that stripped that ball from him, and just as we saw Fisher in there at nose man, and that was a huge play by stripping that football loose from him, because if he gets out of there with it, there's going to be trouble.
Oh, no doubt about it. And so now Maroon Devils will get the football back, 1st and 10 at our 45-yard line. Still 6.5 to play in this third quarter. Again, a 45-7 ball game, and we see, some folks are starting to ease their way out of the gates here, heading on home. Right now, 1st down and 10. And it's going to be, again, a little bit of a timing in the backfield, but again, good run. Popping it outside is going to be Zeke Glaspie, and he's down the sideline, but Cherokee finally runs him down. But, boy, Zeke, a great run.
Let me tell you something. It wasn't – we did a good job blocking up front, and we did a good job blocking on the edge, but the rest of that was all Zeke. Let me tell you, he found creases in there so small and jumped through them, and you love to see that that you got a back there that's capable of doing that. And he's young, and this is his opportunity to do this when we're not running with many wideouts in the ball game.
Yeah.
So stick him back there and get the ball in his hands.
There's another unsportsmanlike, I'm afraid, called against the Braves defense as the
it's
official
going to be against us.
Oh, man, because he threw it back in the secondary. So, again, it's going to be against the Maroon Devils for unsportsmanlike conduct, our second unsportsmanlike in a row. And it was very late coming in and away from any of our players, which was kind of confusing. But again, first down now and a long way to go. 1st and 25.
Yeah, going to go out of the bone this time.
Wishbone set. You don't see that much. 3 men in the backfield.
Pretty much the same play.
And again, nice run by Zeke Glaspie.
Got caught from the backside that time. The last time when he made that cut, he shot right up through there.
So now 6:14. And not sure why the clock is stopped.
I'm sure. There we go. Now he's winding it. I don't know exactly. Wind the clock.
I don't know why. So there's some kind of a malfunction with the clock. That's the problem.
Yeah, we got the clock keeper up here saying it's running on his screen, but it won't run on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's not scoreboard, again, malfunction.
Yeah.
And but so now as Coach Ian tells the head referee, the clock is not cooperating with.
Yeah, with the controller we have down here. He's trying to get it. 5:20. Okay. Anyway, maybe we can get this straightened out here in a minute.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Sometimes electronics don't work the way you want them to. And
at my house, they never work the way I want them to. Of course, I'm accused of not knowing how they work. So I don't know if that's true all the time. But
hey, brother, we're from that generation, unfortunately.
I'm just going to go out on the limb and say that I think it's the electronics most of the time.
I'm totally with you.
Yeah.
I had one of those issues today, and I'm just going to leave that right there. I know where you're coming from.
It's something. I don't know what it is. There's all kinds of little gremlins in my electronic equipment.
And some of the automobiles today have things that
I don't even want to go there. I do not want to go there.
Yeah, okay, 2nd down. This time Cody pitches back. Again, it's going to be Keontae coming down the right side. Nice run down to the 31-yard line. Talking about Zeke Glaspie, my bad. Zeke Glaspie, number 6.
Yep.
Again, another really solid sophomore.
It's something to watch these young men come out here and play. I mean, he's been thrown in the fire since the beginning of the season. It's not like this is his first rodeo. He's been on the field. He's been involved in offense and defense all year long and special teams. And so he's been under these lights. He knows that feeling. So this is not something that is new to him. He's going to take his time, and he gets his reps at practice, and he's going to make it count. He's back in the tailback position out of the power eye. Got out ahead of his blockers just a little bit right there. Fullback needs to go on and get up in there and make his block. Get on that linebacker so he can cut him behind him there.
There was Brendan Santiago on the tackle for the Braves. It's going to bring up 4th down. Maroon Devils need about 12, almost 13 yards, and now the clock is totally wiped out. So the time will be kept down on the field by the officials as the clock has turned totally dark here.
Yeah,
or the scoreboard, rather.
That's not good.
Nope.
I don't like when that happens.
No, that's.
And the end zone clocks aren't working either, so I don't think they are.
Yeah, play clock hadn't started either, so I'm sure they're going to have to talk about that on the field. We do have a timeout on the field, and while they talk it over, we'll take a break, and we'll be right back here on the Maroon Devils Network. Look at the clock, boys. Fans, welcome back. Looks like the clock is back up and running. The scoreboard, 3:42 to play, third quarter, 45-7 Devils.
Oh, power eye, and we dropped the ball on the ground.
But we got it back with Drew Cody quickly.
Yeah, we was trying to run the off-tackle power play there again on fourth down. Didn't work out. We dropped the ball on the ground. Cherokee gets the ball back right there.
And again, some of this is a learning experience. As again, you have got some new folks on the backfield.
Yep.
And now the Braves will get the football, first down and 10, 3:37 to play, third quarter. Again, I mean, it's 9:30. Most of the time, the games are over about this time of night, but we're still in the third quarter.
Yeah, we're in the third quarter. Going with a lot of different people up there, not players that haven't been on the field. Most of them have been on the field, but in different positions. And
Braves in the I formation. Oh,
yeah.
Boy, running right up the gut with a big
off-tackle
gain.
play, just pounding it right up in there. Block down, kick out. And
Santiago on the carry.
Right, and run it right off tackle right there.
Andrews playing Murphy tough. The game is almost over. Murphy leads 27-20 with 2 minutes to play in their ball game. So, again, Smoky Mountain Conference football, Coach, you can't take anybody for granted.
No, you cannot, and it's interesting. I love it.
Second down and 3. Braves with the football. Still playing hard. 3 minutes to play, third quarter.
Okay, pinned back by the fullback.
And he gets the first down. So this time on the carry, looks like it's going to be 32. This time, Jerron Lineberry on the carry for the Braves. But, hey, they moved the chains, first down.
Yeah, you can say that's pretty much a zone block, and that one right there, instead of him running more like a dive, he bends it back against the down block on the backside of the nose man.
First down and 10 now. Braves split 2 to the wide side of the field out here with 2:35 to play, third quarter. 45-7 Maroon Devils showing blitz. Here
Same
we come.
play coming
they
off
run
the
away
edge
from
here.
it. But good pursuit over there. How about that? That is 53. Trent Jones. Man, he came from nowhere to grab him by the shoulder pads and wrestle him down.
Yeah, he's playing this side tackle over here. He came off the block just like he's supposed to right there. You can see him defeat the block on the inside, shove him, and get to the football.
Wow, good play.
Yeah.
Again, some folks getting some new playing time, if you will. Also up front, big Andreas Cisneros. Big number 77, 5'9", 256-pounder right there in the middle of that wolf front.
Yep.
And here they go away, running around. Outside on the corner, it's going to be Santiago again. And he's forced out of bounds at the 35-yard line, but a big first down for the Braves.
Yeah, and that was a heck of a cut by that young man. And they've been trying to execute that play all night long. And this time they got it executed.
They did.
And you can see right here when the ball snapped, this is at field level right here. They pull that guard, he leads and traps, and he finds that seam this time and zeroes it up.
Coming over there to force him out of bounds. Again, it's going to be Zeke Glaspie playing both ways.
Yeah, Zeke's getting his reps in tonight.
He is.
Split backs this time. Twins out here to the wide side, split up there. There's the fullback coming back across the top again. I wasn't sure whether that was a trap player, whether that was that bend back zone block.
There's Grant,
again.
32 on the carry, and again, our 32, Mason Cochran on the tackle. And Mason's had some good play this year.
Yes, he has, and all of them are digging in there trying to do their part right now and make themselves better.
And also, Drew Skaggs in there on the defensive front.
Yeah,
also
he came from the backside.
Yep.
Sure did.
Malachi Crocken over there at a linebacker, 34, as he gets up there tight now on 2nd down and 8. Braves with the football, got a man in motion.
Split back's going to run the dive, quarterback option.
Oh, boy, he's got a first down the right sideline, out of bounds inside the 20.
Yeah,
he's quick.
First time we've seen that play tonight is running the true dive option right there. I don't really understand why they don't do that more with him. He's so athletic, but you can see right here what he does with the motion man coming, and then you'll see the fullback dive off tackle right there, and he keeps it, and they block.
Plenty
who
of room.
Normally has got the quarterback, and it just becomes a load option or a lead option, and then he breaks it.
They ran it well. 1st down and 10 Braves on the march here at the Maroon Devil 17-yard line. Final play of the 3rd quarter coming up here with split backs.
Same play, only give it to the fullback this time.
Yep, he carries down inside the 15, a 3-yard gain. That's Lineberry again, number 32. And that's going to wind up the 3rd quarter. Looks like Braves might squeeze in another play, but I don't think they're going to.
They probably won't. They probably won't
Nope.
get it in. We'll see.
Yep, they're not gonna run it. So we go to the end of the 3rd, and we'll switch into the fields with the Maroon Devils on top, 45-7 here on senior night. One final in that just came in. Murphy has won over Andrews 27-20. A tight ball game there. We'll be back with more here on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back. We enter the 4th quarter. Braves on the drive here, trying to finish strong. Maroon Devils right now in control, 45-7. As the Braves line him up and split backs. Driver trying to pop it outside, but good coverage over there, fighting off the block and making the tackle. Cameron George, number 4, a real nice play.
Real nice play. They're staying with that option look, and the quarterback kept it that time, and they didn't get the edge blocked like they wanted to, like they did the last time. He broke that thing, and we were able to force him on wider than he wanted to go and make that play.
And you see Cameron George leave the receiver as the safety comes down to help and make the tackle. Just a good solo hit over there. Right now, 3rd down.
Probably run the same look to this side again. Drop the ball on the ground. Still loose.
And the Maroon Devils
we had it and then we didn't. So we'll see what happened. We got it now.
We had a hand on it, and it looks like the Maroon Devils come out with the football. And it's going to be Drew Cody. So Andrew Cody, again, our quarterback playing defense. He plays both ways, and he comes up with a big fumble recovery there with 11:17 to play. So again, Murphy over Andrews, 27-20. That is a final. The last score we had, Robbinsville led Hayesville 26-13 in that contest. And this one, of course, in the fourth quarter, Maroon Devils with a comfortable 45-7 lead. But, Coach, that's not a word that coaches like to use, is comfortable.
No, there's no such thing in the coach's world.
That's it.
You're working on yourself the whole time. You're working on your players.
Yeah.
Coach Holt is watching just as intently right now as he was at the first of the ball game, watching players play. Play calling, and there again, that's just a great play. That's a toss sweep. That's old school.
Yeah.
Toss sweep, get a body on a body, and let your athletes make plays. And that's exactly what he just did.
Zeke Glaspie, another good run. Keontae Graham out there with a good block downfield.
Yep.
And, well, I tell you what, when wide receivers block, it just means so much to the offense.
Yeah, and especially when they're, right now you're seeing us getting just a little bit different stuff. We're going more with the I backs and with the two back sets rather than the T and the wishbone and the power I.
Yep.
And this is this a little bit of signs of the future. Isolation this time.
There's
and
James Stroman.
That's Stroman, and we're gonna get a holding call.
Yeah, penalty flag thrown right at there. And it's going to be a holding call. So a nice run by James Stroman is going to come back.
Yeah, it's going to be called by, I think that called that 52, on number 52 is Brown. And oh boy.
Now the stadium lights went off.
Wow.
The scoreboard's working great. Now the stadium lights just went off. And now.
Well, we'll have to. Yeah.
Let's see what's.
Wow.
I'm sure Neil Blankenship and all the folks, Casey Crow, will try to get to the right spot and get these lights back on when they can.
There is a power box. Now the scoreboard's gone crazy. We had this happen one time, but I think it was because of a fire that was in one of the buildings.
We had a playoff game one year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Lights went out.
But
it's in a playoff game.
Yeah, now the lights are still on in the.
Yeah, in the performance building, lights are on.
And in the field house.
Yeah.
So it's the main lines going to the lights.
So, and you can see out there, I think everybody has a cell phone, and every cell phone has a light.
I feel like we're at a rock concert or a country concert or some kind of concert.
Yeah.
Everybody's coming down off the.
They used to hold up cigarette lighters, but now it's cell phones.
Back in the day. You're giving your age away now, Gary, because that's exactly what happened back in our day.
Yeah. Everybody had a Bic lighter, and you held that thing up.
When you went to see ZZ Top, baby, them Bic lighters came out. Well, it may be a minute for this little extravaganza right here, but
there's a little light from the ambulance over there. They turned the headlights on, and we have power.
We got power in the press box, and it's just to the lights.
Now, what people have to remember, there are people in these concrete bleachers that got to be careful.
Oh, yeah.
You got to be careful because there's still darkness out there, and it's not fun to fall on concrete.
At our age, it ain't fun to fall anywhere.
On anything. So we just want people to be safe out there in this dark. Looks like a lot of folks are going to maybe call it a night and head for the exits. Next week, we need you over at Robbinsville now because we can't broadcast live. So we hope you get over there and pack the house at Robbinsville. That's a big one.
It's going to be huge. It's going to be big. And
oh, boy.
I'm so glad. I am so glad that the Maroon Devils are in the fight to finish this thing off. It's a special time. I can't say enough about the coaching staff and what's going on. Being around it a little bit and seeing what the culture that's trying to be created here, and I'm not going to say again because it's like I told Coach Hope, this is not making it good again. This is making it good your way,
Right.
You can't do it the way any of us did it before you. You've got to do it your way, and that's exactly what he's doing. And I'm really proud of him.
Doing a good job.
In his second year as a head coach,
yes.
And I can't say enough about him and his staff. I mean, he's trying to get he's got people helping him that are very conscientious. He's got coaches that work tirelessly, and I get the chance to talk to them through the week, and just hearing what they're saying and the things that that they project towards the players, and they're tough on these young men, and that's the way it's got to be.
Well, you have to be if you're going to have a winning program.
Well, it is, and you got to be demanding, and you got to preach the discipline angles and all that stuff, and it's not an easy thing to do. It doesn't just happen. You got to create that culture, that mindset, and that's where he's at with them now.
And I tell you what, when you look back, we were talking about we haven't beaten Robbinsville since 2017. You look back a little further, we haven't won a Smoky Mountain Conference championship in 10 years.
Yeah,
2013.
And you know, it's hurtful, but at the same time, you got to realizing what's in the Smoky Mountain Conference and how it operates. Let me tell you,
tough.
To win those things and then to start through playoffs and meeting folks that you don't see year in and year out, it's quite a challenge. You spend a lot of sleepless nights and as coaches, and you just hope that your players stay healthy and that their mind's in it. And in this day and time, that's saying a lot. Keeping kids focused, young men their age focused on what you're trying to teach them in an environment that a lot of times that's the only place they get.
You're right.
That type of discipline, that type of get talked to that way. You know, it's tough on them.
Now, as you can see, fans, if you're watching at home on your screen, you're probably thinking your TV is messed up because it's mostly black. It's not your TV. The power is off here at Swain County Memorial Stadium. You can see a concession stand. The lights are on. You can see over at the field house, the lights are on. Over in the visiting area, the field house lights are on. But the main stadium lights have gone off here. That's why this place is mostly in the dark. But some of the buildings still have power. That's why you're seeing some lights here and there. So, the cheerleaders, you can hear them.
You can hear them now. I don't know if somebody turned the microphone on down there.
And there are people still on the field. I don't know. I don't know what the situation is or how long it might take. But I don't know if there's something that I would think after
the scoreboard just came back on. I think I see the lights heating back up. It takes them a minute. Yeah, they're starting to heat back up.
Back on.
They found the breaker problem or whatever. But once you see that little dot in the center of those lights there, then that tells you that it's going to take a few minutes for them to get heated back up and start clicking on.
And a game that's been very long just got longer. I mean, normally on a Friday night when it's 9:47, you're on the way home.
Oh, yeah. And in a lot of instances, I've not been in a situation like this because we've always been able to get them back on after a period of time as a coach or whatever. Then it's sometimes with a score like this, they might call the game. There's 11 minutes left to play.
That's what I was going to say. If they had stayed on much longer, stayed off much longer, they might have called the game.
Yeah, and as a coach, I'm going to tell you what's going through Coach Holt's mind right now. It's not about these lights right now. It's about these kids staying focused on what they're doing.
Well, our kids are headed toward the locker room.
Yeah, so there may be something.
There might have been a decision made.
Yeah. Between the officials and the coaches about the time left, and I believe I'm hearing from down the way here in the press box that may be the ball game there.
We see the Cherokee Braves headed for the locker room as well. Coach, this may have happened, just what we were talking about. The game might have been called.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, getting it from the coaching staff right now that they're calling the game as they've been up on the press box and in contact with Coach Holt. So
looks like the game's over.
Yeah, looks like that's it. And
45-7.
Well, folks, that shooting match is over. Anyway, we didn't know it was going to end like this. If I'd been betting, I wouldn't have bet it'd been because the lights would go out. But
It is a different way to end a ball game, Coach. We don't see this very much at all.
No. And I'm sure if it'd been a closer football game, something would have had been worked out. We'd come back and finish the ball game in the morning or something, Yeah. But or tomorrow afternoon, I don't really know. I've never been put in this situation.
But that is the final 45-7. And as we mentioned, don't forget now, before we say goodbye, volleyball tomorrow, 3 o'clock, right here at Swain High. The third time this year we're going to be playing Robbinsville. Swain's a number 15 seed, Robbinsville a number 18 seed. The winner of that match tomorrow will more than likely play number 2 seed Highland Tech next week on the road. Number 2 seed Highland Tech is playing number 31 seed Cherokee, and the winners will meet next week. Now we know who's meeting next Friday over at Big Oak Stadium in Robbinsville.
Yeah, there's no doubt, and it's a great. Like I said earlier, I am so proud of the program and where it's headed, and with this, and to at least have an opportunity to claim it once and for all, And it's been a while, and it's going to feel good. We'll just have to see how it all boils down next Friday night.
Oh, no question. I think that's going to be a packed house, Coach, because everybody knows, hey, that's for all the marbles.
It is. And that's the way it should be in the Smoky Mountain Conference, and it's we've had a lot of extraordinary finishes over the years to the conference and boiling down to the last game, and here it is again.
Oh, no doubt about it. So again, hey, that's going to wind it up tonight. It's been a great senior night. So many good seniors, but hey, those seniors will be putting on those pads again next Friday and playing for the Smoky Mountain Conference Championship. And that's what it's all about.
It is, and I'm real. I'm pleased that the folks and the fans are here, and they're backing these young men, and you can see it happening in the community. Every churches, organizations, and the folks around the county pitching in and doing everything they can for these young people. It's not necessarily for football. It's for the betterment of these young people here in our county.
Absolutely right. We want to thank our folks up top of the press box who were cold tonight. Joe Holt, Emma Dingle, Audrey Zelinka. We had Kent Maxey down on the field. He brought us some popcorn. So, hey, that's all it takes is something to drink and popcorn, and we're pretty happy.
Yeah, we're good. We're pretty good shape down here now. Joe's going to want to raise, but I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah,
I hear you. We need a raise first, right?
Yeah, we do. See the lights now trying to come back on. So
now they're on, and the game is over.
Yeah, it was going to run way on up into the night before these lights all got warmed up enough to come all the way on. Anyway.
Oh, no doubt. Fans, thanks for watching and listening. And again, we will not be broadcasting live next Friday, barring some last-minute miracle, and I don't see it happening because Robbinsville does not allow that. So, but we'll be back, I think, on the first round of the state playoffs coming up. That'll be 2 weeks from tonight, right here on the Maroon Devils Network.
Hello, viewers. My name is Audrey Zelinka, and I'm one of your student correspondents with the Maroon Devils Network. This channel was created in 2014, and since then we've had over 430,000 views, but more than 75% of those have been non-subscribers. Right now our channel has a little over 2,400 subscribers, but we want to reach a goal of 5,000. To help us do this, you can like, subscribe, and share our videos. Thank you for watching the Maroon Devils Network.